Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the show. Appreciate you guys coming in. If you're going to watch in the future, make sure you hit the like button and make sure you say hello and greet us. All that good stuff. Thank you to everyone who's been waiting for me to
Mhm.
have Anita back on the show. Somebody says yes, finally. Gabriel Charles says yes, finally.
Okay.
A couple of people last week said, when are you going to have Anita back on? So here she is.
All right.
What's up, Anita? How you doing?
I'm doing well. We got about how many inches of snow did we get today? Maybe about 3 or 4. Maybe about 3.
Yeah, 3 to 4 inches of
Yeah,
snow.
we got snow today and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. It's nothing like a snowy day inside and just chilling and the heater. Well, I have a fireplace, but the heater is going. Sitting in front of the heater, um, eating some chili. It's just a great day. So today was a good day.
I'm glad to hear that. You didn't have to use your
Mhm.
AK, so I'm glad to hear that. So, you know what that reference is? You don't have to use your AK. You know
Okay.
what that?
No, I don't
Oh,
know
okay,
that one. Okay.
okay, okay. You said it was a good day. Whenever someone
Mm,
says that to
mm.
me, I say
Oh, you
you don't
didn't
have
have
to
to use
use
your
your
AK.
AK.
Got it. I got it. Yep.
All right, so let's greet some people here. Gabriel Charles, who says yes, finally. Good evening, Rhonda, to you. Yes, he's always very good at making sure people hit that like button. Make sure you hit the
Hmm.
like button. Miss Independent, hello to you. Accidental H bro,
Hmm.
H bro, hello to you. Salute. Let's see, a couple people saying hello to you, Miss Nita.
Yep. Yes. Hello.
Uh, no gray area. Okay, good evening.
Hmm.
Welcome to the show. Appreciate you. Free agent chat. Dr. Ellen says Dr. L, hello, Dr. L and Anita. Chance Rogers, what up, world? Hello, Anita and Dr. L tuning in from California, from the
All right.
CA. Okay,
Mhm.
okay, okay. Yes, yes, yes. We're in the building. We're in the
All
building.
right.
So there's a lot for us to kind of cover here today, but I wanted to have a conversation with my good friend
Mm.
about what is going on in the world here. And you've been putting up some really good
Ooh.
content here. And I
Ooh.
listened to one today, which kind of sparked this kind of conversation, amongst the
Yeah.
other conversations you and I have had over the past couple of weeks about what is going on with women. You and I have
Yeah.
also talked about the mental breakdowns that ladies are going through in
Hmm.
this day and time. So I want to get your expertise about all that.
Yeah.
So let us know. So you did a video today, or at least I saw it today. I think it was you did a couple of days ago about women can't have their cake and eat it too,
Right.
and ladies wanting to have this liberal guy, but yet he is somehow a conservative guy at the same time. Talk to us
Right.
a little bit about that.
Well, I clipped a video where the young lady was talking about, why can't I get a liberal man, but with conservative views or conservative ways, right? Because they love a man's man. They love a rugged man. They love a chivalrous man. They love a man who's going to provide for them and has very kind of traditional ways. But they want that man to come to them in the form of a liberal. And I gave the analogy about it's like wanting a dog, but you want it to act like a cat. And that just will never happen. Right. And so I always tell women, think about all the different breeds of dogs there are. I want you to find one that fits you and let it be a dog, instead of wanting it to act like a cat. But you have, lots of different types of men, but like men are going to be men, and especially masculine men. Masculine men are going to be masculine and they're going to want a woman that is feminine. So they don't want another dude. They don't want to compete and all of that. They want you to be the girl. So it's interesting that even liberal women, they're starting to get sick of liberal men because, this all of this benefits the liberal men. All of the talking points benefits liberal men, all of the casual sex, the abortion. So all of their talking points, it actually benefits men. Men love it. Men love what's happening right now. And women are finally waking up to it. They got duped. Like they got duped. They got hoodwinked.
The top 10% of men, or top 10, 20% of men, because other
Yep.
men aren't getting any play
Yep.
anyway, I would assume. So
Yep.
Let's see. Finally, you came on YouTube, Dr. Anita's. Hey, Anita. Also, Dr. L, South Florida. Finally, you came on YouTube.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's see. People want everything and then are disappointed that no one has it all. Do you
Mm-mm.
that you said that the men don't want these types of women, but so you're also alluding to that the women, but by saying that you're saying that the men don't want a masculine woman, and the women.
Liberal men. So
Yeah.
liberal men, they love, these liberal women because in some regards, they don't have to fully show up as men, right? They're going to do half of the work for them. See, women like me, I require that a man be a man. I am not going to go over to his side of the fence. That's not going to happen. He's going to handle his side of the fence. I'm going to handle my side of the fence. But liberal men, they love liberal women because, like you said, the top 10 or 20% of them, they're able to access their body. If, they get pregnant, those women are going to run out and get an abortion. Those women will, drive them around and take care of them and move them into their place and all of that. They love all of that. All of that benefits those men. So,
Let me see if I can find this video here, because you mentioned the baby deletion thing here, and I wanted to. There was
yeah.
a video I meant to play for a little bit here. Let me see if I can find it because um, it goes into that. And this young girl,
Mm,
if she's 30, that's saying something, but she's talking about how she is sick of men asking for to use condoms.
yeah.
Let's see if I
Yep.
can find. See if I
It is
have it here.
sick. It is sick.
Let me put this
And
on here. All right, so it's this one right here. We'll play it here.
mhm.
For what she said on a podcast.
A big drought over the summer, and then I'm like re-entered a hoe era. Right now, the last two guys I've fucked, like in the past month, have suggested using condoms, and I'm like kind of being offended by the condom epidemic. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm allergic. Yeah, I don't like them. I'm not. Who likes them? One, it kills the mood. Okay, so like they're looking for a condom. Two, I don't want to have your fucking weird offspring baby. Like, I have a stronger IUD than like Zeus. Like, pregnancy's not on the table. I don't want to have a child with you. Or like, three, are you calling me a whore and are you trying to like protect yourself from STDs? Ask them, like, why are you doing this? Yes. What have they said? This happened to me like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, look at you looking for a condom and like how it's ruining the mood. And also, like, why do you need one? What'd he say? He just like thought it was practicing responsible sex and boundaries with him, and I was like, blah 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 blah. Do you tell him to grow up? I got the ick. I haven't talked to him since.
Meet Haley.
She got the ick. She got the ick.
From wanting to use a condom. Wow. Wow.
She also said she didn't want to have your baby. I don't want to have your
Yeah.
baby. What?
Yeah.
Oh,
But
God.
I'll put your penis in my body all day and night. And oh, wow. Yeah, it's shocking. It is shocking what is on the internet. On the internet. And someone wrote in the comments expose. Yeah. I like now we're hearing what these conversations are like. And it's not good. So that's the worst part about social media is it is publicizing what clearly these women have been talking about all the time. And it's kind of mindless because it's like there are men watching this. There are probably men that you had sex with watching this.
Mm.
Like they're so clueless. They're in the moment of telling these stories that they don't even put two and two together. Men are watching this, and men that you had sex are watching this, I guess that just doesn't matter. So yeah, yuck. No, thank you.
Feminism freed men. This is from McGinnis. McGinnis J100. Feminism freed men can't put it back in the bottle. You think that's? What are your thoughts about that? Can we put back in the bottle? Can we fix this situation?
I think if women reeled back, I think if women stopped giving, these type of men access to their body, I think it can be put back. I do. But it would take women. Remember, a society is only as moral as its women.
Mm.
So that's why I always say women are going to have to play a part. Because if women are running around and being immoral and not being virtuous, not being modest, the society will only be as moral as its women. So it would take a global like pandemic of women saying, you know what, Anita's onto something. Let's require exclusivity. Let's require commitment. And yeah, I think it can be rolled back. But until that happens, no.
I just can't get that comment out of my head that she said,
Yeah.
I don't want to have your baby.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm,
but you're gonna, I mean, to have sex is to consent to being a mother or father at some
yeah.
point, and we somehow think that we have defeated that, you
Yeah.
know, through modernity. Thus, we're talking about the modern woman.
Yeah. But that was the
Um,
whole goal, right? Because remember, women have always been frustrated by biology. That
mm,
frustrates them. Why do I have a uterus? Why do I bleed every month? Why am I the one getting pregnant? And so that's always been the goal. How can we level the playing field? And so the pill, the IUD, all of these things are meant to erase biology, to level the playing field. That's what's happening. But there are still, mishaps, right? There are mishaps with IUDs, there's mishaps on the pill. Women cannot outrun biology. And it's weird that they want to take that out on men. That doesn't make any sense. Take it
they're
up
mad at
with
the men.
God. Yeah, they're mad at men about biology. Take it up with God. Yeah, it's wild. So,
I saw a post. I should have clipped it. I'll never see it again.
yeah,
But it was a lady ranting about that having babies was a social construct
yeah.
rather than biology. I really wish I would. I don't know what I was thinking about because I'll never
Mm,
see it again. But
mm.
this woman ranted about. It was a long screed,
Yep,
like a paragraph. Like,
yep.
this is not real. We need to defeat this. We need to work on getting men so they can have babies too, so they can share the burdens and this and that. It was a long screed, and I'm like, is this woman
Wow.
okay?
Yeah, she's got mental health issues. That's all that is. Anybody who is in denial of facts, of data, of biology, come on, come on. No, but there
Yeah,
are there are, I've heard men, no, how about this? Men have picked up this idea that in the next 20 years, they're not going to need women to have children. They've started talking about that. I've heard that in some male spaces where they're saying, in the next 20 years, they're going to have these wombs where the baby grows. We won't need women. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I stake my life on it that that's not going to happen. God is never going to allow that to happen. He's never going to allow his creation to outdo him. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. And even with what's happening with IVF and all of the fertility stuff, we're starting to see that stuff break down. We're starting to see that stuff. It's breaking down. It's not working the way they thought it would. And like I said, I think it's spiritual. God's never going to allow his creation to outdo him. That's never going to happen. So, but I've heard men talk about this. They've told women, well, pretty soon we won't need you all to have babies because we'll have these fake wombs. And if we wanted to have a baby, that's just never going to happen.
I was
So
under the impression, yeah, that China has this technology already.
they have not produced a single solitary child.
All right,
So
okay,
again, it's not going to happen.
okay,
I don't think it's going to happen. So,
all right,
but
okay.
men have been talking about that.
Well, I would think that the women want that too because now they don't have to have the babies.
Yeah.
All right, they'll be really free. Take a couple pills,
Mm,
get a couple of shots,
mm.
no, seriously, have
Ugh,
their internals removed,
yeah.
and next thing you know, they don't have to have these babies. You can just go over down to the clinic and just plug
Mm,
one and just pump one out, and I would think that they would like that as well.
yeah. But again, you would, in order to truly level the playing field, think about it. Not only would your physical biology have to change, your hormones would have to change, the way your brain is structured would have to change. everything about men and women is different. I actually have always argued that men and women are more different than they are alike. So people, fight me on that, but no, hormonally, our brains, every part of us, when it is researched, is different. And that's a beautiful thing. That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Yes, we're both mammals, we're in the same species, we're both human beings, but everything else is different. The way our brains are wired is different. Like I said, women tend to be more right brain, men tend to be more left brain. I think it's amazing. But like I
Be,
said,
be,
they hate it.
yeah, no, I've thought that for a little bit. I'm glad that you're saying that, but I thought that they're really mad at biology, God, nature,
Yeah.
call it what you want. They're really
Yep.
kind of angry about that. And I'm
Yeah.
glad that you said that they've been like that for a long time.
Yep.
Probably since all of human history, right? Why do I got to
Right.
sit in a cave here and do whatever?
Yeah.
Or why can't I can't go out hunting with the boys or, do all these other things,
Yeah.
So BJ says, what will they offer in the place of sex? What will women offer in the place of sex? Given the modern woman, what do they offer in the place of sex?
Oh, other than sex?
Other than I'm
Oh,
saying that I'm not sure if that's what
okay.
you're talking
Yeah. Is it other than sex? You know, I believe that the way men and women are wired so differently, we have a lot of benefits to each other, but because of how things are going now, people are not leaning into that. So I think women have an intuition that men can benefit from. I believe women produce more oxytocin than men, and they help men to produce oxytocin. The main hormone that men produce is testosterone, vasopressin, but men need the cuddle hormone too. They need that to stay healthy. They need that to manage their stress. So again, if you have a good woman, if you have a good woman, someone who's warm and loving and you come home to and you can talk about your day and that men need that. It's almost like a de-stress, but the thing I'm hearing lately is men talking about how stressful women are. So see, the one way that a woman could truly benefit a man, she no longer benefits him. And so men are like, nah, I'll pick peace. Like they're saying that over and over and over. And women have lost that ability to lower a man's stress, to increase his oxytocin. Yeah.
I definitely want to dig into that. I got to write that down because if we don't get to it, I definitely want to talk to you about that. What is going on with the modern woman and not being able to lower a man's stress,
Yep.
causing him stress, and just not being a stress reliever. And that is so huge to me at
Yep.
my ripe age of 52 is
Yep.
thinking and wanting to deal with a woman. The first thing you ought not to do, I think I've made a video about this. I don't think I dropped it yet. Can't remember if I did or not.
Hmm.
But don't come to me with problems, right? When in a PD, like when I was a supervisor, I didn't like it when my subordinates came to me with issues and problems. I
Hmm.
want to know, tell me what it is, and then tell me how
Yeah.
you solved it.
Right.
Right. So I kind of need a little bit of that
Yep.
in my life. Don't just heap on me stress and problems and issues that I gotta solve and you want to fight me against. In your practice, are you running into that men are just sick of this of this almost parenting and adulting of women? What are your thoughts about that?
I'm going to give you something to consider. Okay. The masculine men that I know, I bring them my problems. Okay. Because let me tell you why. Men actually love to solve problems. What men don't like is women moaning and complaining and criticizing, and nothing you say or do solves the problem.
Mm,
Okay? But men actually, I bring all the men in my life my problems and they solve them and I go, "My hero." And there you go. They feel like a hero.
mm.
But that's not what women today are doing. Women are coming to them with their complaints and their criticisms and this and that. And no matter what the man says or does, they're not satisfied. That's what makes the man stressed out. Like,
Gotcha.
why aren't you calming down? Why aren't you shutting up? I just gave you a solution,
Mm.
but it doesn't work. So, what I
I've
tell
definitely
women,
run into that. Yeah.
yep, I tell women, talk to just to talk to your girlfriend. right? If you just want to
Yes.
vent, talk to your
Yes.
girlfriend. Why are you bringing that to a man? Now, if you have a true problem that he can solve, bring it to a man.
Right.
Bring it to a man, he will solve it, and you say, "My hero. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for the referral. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for looking at the car." See? That a man that fuels a man. That fuels a man. Solving problems increases vasopressin and it helps men to bond to women. But it has to be a solvable problem, not a bitch session, but we're actually solving a problem. And
I'll
you
give you
are,
that.
yeah, you're happy. You're like, thank you. Like, but women today don't do that. They're just like bringing up everything, no matter what you say, they don't feel better. It's like, what is the point? Like, why are you talking to me about this? So, yeah,
Right. Right.
those
Right. Right.
women need to talk to other women because women do enjoy the whole just the idea of talking about it and not getting in any solution. They really love that. Yeah,
Well,
they
well,
just
we
love
don't.
talking about it. No, men don't.
We
And
don't.
I
We
have
don't.
to tell women that men do not enjoy talking for talking's sake. Like
Mm.
that's not a good time. And rehashing something negative, rehashing something that was difficult, men don't want to do that. Women love doing that.
Yeah.
So again, I blame it on this new modern day era where women don't have women only spaces and men don't have
Mhm.
men only spaces. To me, women spend too much time with men, way too much time with
I,
men.
I
Yeah, I don't
I
like that.
commented on that. I commented on
Yep,
that in that video, and that was
yep,
definitely key on your
yep.
video. I'm saying that was definitely
Mhm.
key. We're spending it's going to sound crazy what we're saying, but we're spending
Yeah,
too much time together,
we
right?
really are.
We
We
used to be out on
really
hunting
are.
parties.
Yep,
Men used to be out on hunting parties, fishing parties, out for war, and now
yep,
we're in each other's space so
yep,
much, and it's causing a lot of friction and frustration on both sides.
yep. So
It,
yeah, no, I
is it is it more in lines with a woman's biology to be monogamous or to be with multiple partners from a biological standpoint?
Uh, it is more in line with a woman's biology or evolutionary psychology to be monogamous because she needs to bond to the man. Now, women get bored. They get bored from monogamy. So, monogamy, the thing I find interesting about women and monogamy, women do get bored faster than men do. And women need variety. They need to keep it spicy. They need to just make it spicy. Whereas men, they could have sex in the missionary position, every night of the week. And for the most part, they would be okay because they're having consistent sex. Whereas for the women, they have sex less consistently, but they need that sex to be more passionate, more romantic, more, they just need something different. So again, I'm not saying all men because there might be some men out there that want variety, that want something new and
Yeah.
different. Yeah, there might be
Yeah,
some.
I'm definitely one of those men. I need something
Yeah, but
kind of new and
most of the
different.
men in my practice, they tell me all the time, I don't need her flipping from the chandeliers. I just need to know that I'm going to get it.
Mm,
Like at
I
this
get that.
point, we're just not doing it at all. So, and I'm with them on that. Like, yeah, can we just do it more? Yeah.
Uh, Erod says if they are not cooking or offering sex, they can just live in their own home.
And
Right.
people are doing that too. They have this whole together living apart thing. That's a whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. I talked about that in the last video I did there a little bit
Yeah.
there. It's good. It's a growing phenomenon there.
Yep.
Greetings to you. Big discussions, Dr.
All
You guys
right.
do your show yet? Did you guys do your show? Or
I
you?
don't think so. I
Oh,
don't.
okay. Okay.
I got to
All right.
figure out how to connect with him.
All right. Drop your email there. Let's see here. All right, so we got a couple other videos here, and this is a
Yep.
woman. This is a woman here who wrote down some stuff, and I'm going to try to play it. And I gotta end up muting it because she's got music playing in the background there. But she's
Hmm.
going into 2026, and she is changing her requirements because I guess she realizes that
Oh
she wasn't
yeah.
getting
Yep.
it.
Yep.
So here we go. Here we go. I'll play a little bit, and then I got to mute it, I think.
Are changing their dating requirements for 2026. Let's check it out.
I'm going to try to pause it here and catch this here. All right, so this is our modern dating requirements here are
Mhm,
emotionally intelligent and consistent, financially stable and ambitious,
mhm.
care of his health, and I can't read the rest of that here. Gentle, respectful communicator, has direction, long-term goals, makes time and real effort, loyal without question. Loyal without question. That's interesting there.
Mhm.
You think any of that is unrealistic there? Do you what do you think?
No, but she goes even further down because she's thinking, okay, I can't even get this, so let me go
Yeah.
even further down. But no, I don't.
All right. Well, uh, she's changing this here to
Mhm.
he has a job, any job.
Yep, yep,
It pays his own phone bill. This is his own phone bill. He can afford his own groceries. Instead of gentle and respectful, knows how to use deodorant.
yep.
He's just got to reply within 24 hours in the text messages. Makes time. He doesn't disappear for 3 days, and loyal without question. She goes to is not emotionally terrible, terrifying.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. We gotta lower them even further. So yeah,
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny there. I thought
yep,
that was pretty funny.
yeah.
Let's see. Are you gonna say something else? Let's see here.
No, no. It's funny because I don't encourage my girls to lower their standards, but I do assess their standards to make sure they're realistic. As we talked the other day, I told you about I have three, just three requirements for it to be something. And I strongly encourage that other people come up with their three, right? So I boiled down what I want and what I need, and I came up with three things, the top three things. So that those three things will qualify you. And I think everybody should do that. Like, what is the three most important things to you?
Um, how did you go? Because people are making this list. This particular lady had to redefine her list. Is it a maturity thing? Is it being a burn thing? How do
Yeah,
you go
it's
from these 2-page, 5-page lists
yep.
to now down to boil it down to three? How did you do that?
I did it simply because I wanted to make the main thing, right? And I felt like these are the three things that I'm sorry, it doesn't even make you viable. If these three things are not present, it's not viable. So I think everybody needs to do that. What are the three main things that you need for this relationship to be viable? And then you're going to work through some other things. So I never dated men because of their height. That's never been a requirement for me. I've dated men as short as 5'5". I've dated men as tall as 6'7". So that their height is not going to raise my kids. I never cared about that. I do care. Now, this is my caveat. I do care about health and fitness. So, I I feel a way about men who are overweight or out of shape. That doesn't work for me. And not only is it not, just aesthetically pleasing, there are other things that could come from that. So I always tell people it's not just shallow, it's your health and your fitness. So I make sure that I make that very clear that as we're getting older, and we're all getting older, right? If you're not taking care of yourself, if you're out of shape, if you're overweight, there are going to be consequences from that. So, yes, I've always felt a way about health and fitness, and that's why I'm so healthy and fit. So that's
Why?
something, yeah, I gotta have.
How did you settle on three? Why not four? Why not five? Why,
No,
why not two? Why,
well, another coach gave me this assignment, and it was just three. It was
okay.
three things. So I'd have to ask her why three. But it really does put things in perspective. And it's like, okay, I know I'm not asking for too much because I'm asking for three things. So, yeah, it really puts things in perspective. So I encourage
Um,
people to do that also. Come up with your three. And if they don't have those three, you can easily, just say, well, yeah, it's not a good fit. And then see what else you can kind of work on or work through.
Bonsai Sage says women are listening to music and content that teaches them to be difficult and to do the bare minimum on purpose, keep him confused. Have you
Yeah.
I've
I
had
don't I don't listen to modern day music, so I wouldn't even know, if I'm being honest. I do
okay.
not listen to a lot of the music, probably made in the last 20 years, so I wouldn't know.
But you've seen Shira 7 and others who are saying, "Don't do this, don't do that,
Yeah,
don't cook for him,
yeah,
don't, do the traditional things that a
yeah,
lady would do from
yeah,
years ago." And it's
yeah.
absolutely destroying modern relationships in my estimation.
Yep.
Let's see. So somebody else wants variety too here. We're talking about
Mhm. He said, "I
that.
want
But yeah,
variety."
some people some of us like that
Yep.
variety. Let's see. I follow you on IG, and was in yours was one of the books I bought today, Dr.
Oh, thank
Dunbar.
you. Thank you,
Okay,
Dr. Dunbar. Appreciate it. Yeah, I wanted him to put his email in the chat, and I will email him.
okay, okay. He said
Yep.
he'll reach out. Okay, okay. Yeah, put your email in the chat there. All right. Never cared about. Let's see here. These types of discussion. Uh, these types of discussions often miss online mark because of age factors. And I think this is a good question here. Is it because, again, is this a maturity thing? Is this something that ladies move into post 35 versus when they're in their younger years? Are they just going after the bad boys, etc.? What are your thoughts about
Right,
that?
right. I mean, we all know women have more options. The younger they are, the hotter they are, the thinner they are. We know all of this. So as that starts to disappear, yes, yes, things are going to change. Um, yeah, things are going to change as people get older. I mean, and come on, we got to give people a chance to grow up. I think it's so weird when people say things like, oh, why didn't this person think of this at 23 and now at 30 they're thinking of this? Because we're all going to we're all going to mature. We're all going to come to some realizations. To me, that's what life is about. So there are plenty of things that I know now that I didn't know at 23, 30, 40. So let people grow and evolve, especially if it's positive, right? If a person's trending in a positive direction, why would you not want that? That's a good thing. And I think what's missing in society today is a big dose of humility. That is to me a huge problem,
I
is the
think a bit.
lack of humility.
I think another issue with that is because after, quote unquote, people have run around, in particular for the ladies, because of the bonding
Mhm.
hormones that you mentioned, then they come to a guy later on in life and now they have all these experiences. Now they need this variety. Now they need all this different type of thing, rather if they would have settled down earlier. And I think that's one thing that a lot of men aren't liking now is, okay,
Right.
run around till you're 35,
Yeah.
start 17, 18 or so, run around till you're 35. Now you bring me baggage,
Yeah.
kids, etc. And
And
so
that's getting later and later on both sides. That's getting later and
right,
later.
right,
So
right, right.
it's one thing to date in your 20s, and maybe by 25, that's what I encourage women to do. 25 is the cutoff. You need
Mhm.
to start looking for a husband. You need to prioritize if you want to have a family and if you want to get married. But
Mhm.
35, 40, I have a lady in my practice right now who's 40. And she's like, "Yeah, I think it's time for me to settle down." I'm like, "What?"
Start having kids.
Right? I'm like, "Am I gonna have to tell her the truth? Because what?" And no prospects in sight at 40. Not a single solitary prospect.
But ask yourself, is she at 40 now? Is she wife material now?
No, I mean, I've already told her that. I've already given that
Wow.
hard I've already had that hard conversation. And the answer is no. Could she become in about a year? Yes, she could. However, I don't know what her fertility is doing now.
But could she get rid of the taste for the streets, for whatever life she was living? Could she traveling, whatever she was
Yeah,
doing, she can
yeah,
get rid of that taste. That is the difficulty. And can you
yeah,
start now living a quote unquote settled down, more boring life of just a husband? I'm not going out anymore. I'm not traveling
right.
anymore. No more constant brunches with the girls. No more spending money where I
Yeah.
want. Can they really shirk that off? That's the
And
modern day issue, right? Problem.
yeah, but it depends on the women. There are a lot of introverted women out here who don't want to do that. Because like I said, I was looking for a husband since I was 18, and then I got really serious at around 26. So, and I mean, that's a big reason why I got married, because I knew that had to be a priority. Like I knew that had to be the main thing. And so a lot of women who come to me at 40 and they say, well, how do you know I didn't want that, Anita? Because you didn't do it. You didn't do it. And I know that sounds harsh, but to me, people who want to do things, they do them, or they at least try. So you didn't do it. That's how I know. You know, people like me, we do the thing. If we say we want a thing, we do it. And it didn't work out. I'm divorced, but I tried. So that's the difference. You make the effort and you do the thing. But
We
at
have well
40,
over 100.
yeah. Mhm.
I hear you. I hear you. We have well over 100 people here, and we are at 29 likes. Y'all hit the
Oh,
like button.
y'all,
Well
y'all
over
for
100 people in
real. Oh
here.
Lord.
Y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. Also, I need to do this before Glorious Love became a member again for 3 months. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. There's obviously the super chat is there. Becoming a member of the channel is there, and of course, if you would like to buy myself a lunch, I think Anita's streaming on her channel as well, so you can go over there and support her as well. And so I had this on the screen here. I think I lost it here. Question from High Vibe. What is the real issue with wanting to be together and live apart, especially for people over 50? A lot of people don't want to mix finances and give up their space. You and I have had this conversation offline. So I'd like to know your thoughts again about living apart.
No, I mean, if it works for the couple, if it works, do what works for you. I keep telling you all, you and that other person sits down and you hammer out what works for the both of you, and then you put on blinders and you don't look at anybody else. You don't tell anybody what you're doing. I don't have an issue with it. It's not something I want to do, but there are couples that want to do that. And so do what works for you, do what works for your relationship, and just don't look at what other people are doing and don't tell other people what you're doing. That's not something I want to do. So I get it. I get it. But yeah, I get it. People who are older, you know, they don't want to mix finances, or they may not want to live together all the time. That's, hey, do you. That's not what I want to do. But yeah, there's probably people out there that would agree to that.
Big discussions. I just hit you up. I just gave you a wrench, so you should be able to post it now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's get to the next video here. And here's another lady from Instagram.
Mhm.
Even know how to treat men because they were never taught how. Boys grew up being trained from day one. Be a gentleman, open the door, protect her, provide for her, be understanding. And if she hits you, you don't hit her back. Everywhere we looked, the message was the same. Movies, books, fairy tales. The man rescues the woman. The man saves the day. The man risks his life. The man carries the burden. And women were always the princesses, right? But there's a problem with that. We never saw the reverse. We never saw stories about how women should be treating men. No novels teaching girls how to respect a man. No movies demonstrating feminine loyalty, softness, or devotion. Parents don't even teach it. School doesn't even teach it. And society definitely doesn't teach that. So guess what happens? We have generations of women who expect everything, but were never taught to give anything back. And feminism made it worse. Instead of teaching women how to understand men, how to work in synergy, how to create polarity, it taught them to compete with the men, to fight with them, to become a man, to see softness as weakness and masculinity as toxic. So how can a woman treat a man well if she was never shown what feminine contribution even looks like? And how can she respect him when all she grew up hearing was men are the problem? How can she love him correctly when she was taught that he owes her everything and she owes nothing in return? Men today are paying the price for a script that they didn't write. They were raised to give everything. Women were not raised to reciprocate. And the only way we fix this is by teaching the truth. Polarity is freedom. Synergy is power. Relationships only work when both people know how to love each other and live in their masculine and feminine energies. Until women learn how to treat men with respect, softness, admiration, and understanding, the imbalance is going to continue. Women, we need to do better. Women don't even know how to treat men.
Yep.
Break it down for us. Now, I went to the movies the other day because I'm a
Mhm.
big kid. So I went to go
Yeah.
see,
Yeah.
I'm a big kid.
Like
Everybody
your
knows that.
movies, I know.
Yeah. I went to go see Zootopia 2, which was good.
Okay. Okay.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed
Yeah.
it. So I went to go see that. And one of the commercials before that was
Mhm.
I think something about Mario and Luigi from the
Mm.
video games. So there's, I
Okay.
guess, another movie coming out. And at the end of the movie, right? So, excuse me, at the end of the ad, it was the princess, and she was now kicking butt, right?
Oh.
If you remember,
Yep.
if you remember from the
Ab
video games, right?
Mhm.
The whole point of the Super Mario Brothers video games was to save the princess.
Yep. Yeah.
Now these women don't want you
They
stay.
feminized it. Yeah. They feminized in these movies. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. My son and I will watch movies and shows. I kid you not. There is a woman in a show. I think it's The Punisher. They had The Punisher fighting women who were like 5'2" and 100 pounds.
And struggling.
I looked over at my son. He's like, I know, Ma, I know, just suspend your. I was like, what? So you want us to believe a 5'2", 100-pound woman is kicking his tail? Like, come on.
It's crazy.
It's just crazy. It's everywhere. And it's everywhere. The feminization is everywhere. It's sad. It's really sad. So, yeah, no.
And I constantly watch movies like that,
Yeah,
and yeah, and it's so hard to believe. And I
it
like action movies. I love them, but it's like, what is going on
going
here?
right. Come on, make it somewhat believable. Yeah. So, yep,
Yeah.
it's a whole thing. It is a whole thing. But yes, like I said, it's the man and the woman knowing their role, showing up in that role, believing, like honoring that role is amazing. Right? So if I believe that how a man is and who he is amazing, he says the same thing about me. See, that's all we have to do instead of, oh, he should be more like me. She should be more like me. No, he should be exactly who he is, and I should be exactly who I am.
Do most women know how to date? Again, from the other video we just played there, men have been taught how to do things: hold the door
Right.
open, be nice, be kind, be gentle, don't hit your sister, all these different types of things. Do women know how to date at all? What they should do when they show up on a date? Do they have any responsibilities, etc.?
I think everybody's struggling socially. I think the men and the women are struggling socially. People don't know how to talk to each other. Um, they don't know how to show appreciation. I think that's a generational thing. I think people's social skills are horrible, absolutely horrible.
I
And
went out.
yeah,
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
and you're right. Women are no different. I think they don't know how to say thank you. They don't know how to show any appreciation for what a man does. It's weird. I'm like, come on. Yeah.
The other day, I went out to a I was meeting a friend of my daughter's friend, and meeting her boyfriend for the first time, and they're coming up to me telling me, "Don't be extra, don't do this," right? Telling me beforehand, don't do anything, right? Because I want to know who these people
Oh,
are, right?
right.
I treat her
Okay.
like my own daughter, So I want
Oh,
to know who is this guy, right?
right.
We pull up to the restaurant. So I walk into the restaurant. To the guy sitting down. The guy sitting down, and he's on his phone.
Hmm.
So I greet them, and he introduces himself, and he's sitting down the whole time. I look him in the eye, shake his hand. Oh, okay, okay. And he goes right back to his phone.
Uh, yeah.
This guy was 38 years old.
Yeah.
38. Didn't stand up to meet another man, didn't look me in the
Nope.
eye, went
Yeah.
back right back to his phone, didn't interact. Now it's myself. Uh, I had my young lady with me, my two
Mm-hmm.
kids,
Mm-hmm.
her friend, and this guy, and we're all sitting there,
Yep.
because we had a little bit of a wait, and this guy's not interacting with us as we're
Mhm.
talking and
Yep.
doing what we're doing. And
Yep.
I'm like, and so I drove, and my daughter's in the back of the car. She's like, "What'd you think about this guy?" You know exactly what I think about this dude.
Oh, yeah. Come
You know
on.
exactly what I
Whew.
think about this. And so that sparked another conversation as
Yeah.
to this awkward socialization. This guy's
Yeah.
38. I'm like, this
Yeah.
guy should know enough to stand up, look a man in
Yeah.
the eye, shake his hand
Yep.
with a firm grip. What is
Yep.
going on?
Yeah, but we're losing that. We're losing a lot of that stuff. And it started on the tail of Gen X, and then it went into, older millennial, then younger millennial, and Gen Z. So yeah, yeah. But my generation, I'm an older Gen X, and I mean, like I said, it disappoints me to see people my age act like they're 25 because I know they know better. I know they know better. I know they spent time at the mall. I know they spent time at the fast food restaurant meeting up after school. I know they spent time talking on the phone in the kitchen in their mom's house. Like, I know. Okay. So I'm like, why you're emulating this younger generation? I don't
Mm,
understand because you know
mm,
better. You know how this works. Okay. That to me is weird because yeah, I just, talk to people. I talk to people, I ask them questions and interact with them. And to me, like we're the play outside all day in the summer generation. Come on. You know how this works. So I think that's weird. But I go to events too, and I'll gravitate toward people kind of in my age bracket. And I have no problem introducing myself. I have no problem asking them who they are, what they do, blah, 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 because that's the generation that I come from. People don't scare me. I'm not scared of people. And I'm also not scared of what people think about me. But a lot of younger people are. They're scared of people and they're scared about what people are going to think about them. So it's a whole thing.
People keep
Yeah.
trying to blame it on COVID. I just can't believe that COVID
No. Yeah.
sparked all. It's definitely the phones.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
definitely the iPads.
It is.
Definitely the computer games, sitting behind your computer all
Yep.
day. Listen, I play video games too, and you're right. Like I don't get a lot of it. Listen, when I tell you I'm a big kid, you guys don't
Yeah.
get half of it, right? I'm telling you, I just bought some Transformers the other day, so
Yep.
I'm a big kid.
Yep.
So, so but so I just don't understand it. And so my son and I were talking, like he's like, no, this guy is just awkward, this, that. And the other." I'm like, he might be, but it might be that. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know what it is. But all I know is he wasn't interacting. And you're
Yeah.
absolutely right. Like we went to the mall, we went to
Yeah.
Carnival,
With all the yep. We went to the
we
state
got
fair, the
those,
carnival. Yep. That's
we
all we
did all
had was the world.
that's
Right.
all we had. And so now
Right.
these kids, and this guy
Right.
was 38. So, and my
Yep.
son was younger than him.
Yep.
My son's still in his 20s. So I'm
Yeah.
like, listen, if you can figure this out in
Right.
your 20s, and this guy's 38 and he's still doing this, like,
Yep.
what is up with this?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's
It's a
socially awkward
whole
or
thing.
what, but that did not impress me at all.
Yeah.
That did not impress me at all.
And
Yeah.
another thing that's happening, I'm actually going to make a video about this when I return. Or maybe I'll make it while I'm off social media and release it when I return. But have you noticed how neurodivergence is through the roof?
Mm.
Like everybody's neurodivergent. Everybody's autistic. Everybody has ADHD. And now they have a new diagnosis that combines autism and ADHD called OSHD. So there's this new diagnosis that they came up with by marrying together autism and ADHD. But that's everybody now. Oh, well, maybe he's neurodivergent. That's how they would explain his behavior instead of, like you said, him just not being socially adept. That's what it is. He's
Either
not a
that or rude.
yeah, just rude, right? So
Yeah.
no, I'm not buying it. Yeah, I'm not buying it.
Yeah. So we're talking about modern women, and what do you think about this? People are putting their comments about this particular guy, right? Just
Yep.
being boys, being raised by their mothers and not being
Yeah.
told how to act in certain ways.
Yep.
And how big of a problem is that? Are you experiencing a lot of in your practice when you're either when you're coaching or what you're doing? Are you running into a lot of men who are saying, "Listen, some of these ideas just weren't taught to me
Yep.
because I was raised in a single mother home, etc."
That's right. That's right. And remember that if that single mother is kind of traditionally feminine, she's right brained, right? She's right brained. She's not introducing any logic. She's not introducing any rationale. She's right brained. She's all about emotions and feelings. And so he's missing a whole nother side. Because remember, you all, masculine and feminine energy resides in all of us. Let's not sit here and act like men with penises, males with penises, don't have creativity. They're not musicians, they're not chefs, they're not artists, they're not writers. Masculine and feminine energy exists in every human being. However, you have to develop the predominant energy. So I am what's called integrated. I have developed both of those energies equally. And that's actually pretty rare. Most men, and then I know men who are integrated. I know men who have integrated both energies equally. But most men, 85% of them are predominantly masculine, and most women, 85% of them are predominantly feminine. It's the rare person that knows how to integrate both energies. They know how to say, oh, I'm in this energy, and then they know how to activate this energy. And they can kind of toggle back and forth depending on the situation. Now, I like being the girl, and I am most definitely the girl in my romantic relationship. But when I am at work, when I am with friends, when I am in situations like this, I can use both sides of my brain. So that's the part, like I said, this is something that you have to be willing to study polarity. And a lot of people have not. That space has been hijacked, that femininity, masculinity space, it has been hijacked. You have to study the science of polarity, and most people have not. Most people have not. So we need to be honest. These energies, they both exist in all of us. Okay. So when men are, calling women masculine, they're using it as an insult. Yes, there is some masculine energy in there. Now, should it be aimed toward you? No. But should she go to work and do her job? Yes. Like, yeah. When I am at work, I am in that energy. That's all.
Do you agree that many women would rather stay in the home in this day and time with modern women? Would love to do the child rearing, the cooking, the cleaning, but it's not possible in this economy. But in the type of partners available, do you think that they would rather stay at home in this day and time?
I'm going to be honest, and y'all are not going to like it. Women don't want to work, but they also don't want to work at home either. So, sure, they don't want to work outside the home, but they don't want to work in the home.
What do you want?
Exactly. I have female clients right now that they are like, yeah, if my husband doubled his salary tomorrow, I'd love to either quit my job or work part time, but I'd hire a bunch of people. I'd hire a nanny. I kid y'all not. They don't want to do the home thing either. It's weird. It is really weird. So I don't know. I don't know what has happened to women. I mean, I had 7 clients have babies this year. Um, and 5 of them have no interest in raising their children. And I'm just trying to like wrap my head around that. Like, huh? They're like, oh yeah, no. I don't want to stay at home. I want to go back as soon as maternity leave is over. I'm out of here. I want to go back to work. Like, wow. So yeah, it's a whole thing. But they don't want to do neither. Like, so I don't know. I don't know what y'all gonna do. Like, yeah.
All right, we're going to play this here. I thank you guys. Make sure you hit the like button on both sides there. People are watching on Anita's channel as well as over here in my channel. So make sure you hit the like button. Appreciate you guys' support. Appreciate that.
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna do a video that Anita said when she sent it to me. She said, "We gotta, we gotta respond to this one." So
Yep.
here we're gonna try to put all this in a nutshell as to what's going on with women today, and they're gonna say this video is coming from the Chew the Fat with Smooth podcast. Chew the Fat with Smooth.
Mm.
And let's see. make sure to get this as big as we can here. All right, so this is True to Fact with Smooth. A black woman rage quits after Call Me Shape checks her for whatever. So she's gonna get
Ooh,
checked and
Lord.
she's gonna flip out on this dude.
Yeah,
So
she'll lose her mind.
all right, I think I'm gonna speed it up to 1.25. People complain about that, but I want to get through it here. Here we go.
I'm ungovernable. First of all, you smell funny.
First of all, she says she's ungovernable. I'm
Right?
ungovernable. This is already starting off wrong here.
Oh, Lord. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm ungovernable. First of all, you smell funny, right? Yes, you do. You smell funny, and the that I with, you can never touch. Even the when you lame ass. Are you serious? Get the out of here. I'm here today to just talk.
All right. So she's already putting her hands on this dude, right? This is the modern woman that we're talking about here. Masculine energy. She's ungovernable.
Well, yep.
These are her words.
Yeah.
Y'all make sure to hit the like button. We should be at 100 likes here. We should be at 100 likes. We don't have 100 likes here. So let's get it up to 100.
About relationships and whatever it is that you guys want to discuss.
Fair enough. You guys don't.
Why does homeboy sitting there with gloves on? I mean, is it cold in there or
I
what?
don't
I don't
know.
understand.
I don't know. Oh, boy.
Me, call me Shape, YouTuber, podcaster extraordinaire, ladies man, if I would say.
Okay.
You're both funny.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Clearly a comedian too, right? You know.
Absolutely.
And I'm from Jersey, baby.
Jersey in the
Sexy
South.
County, Middlesex County, Sexy County, Central Jersey.
Oh, I'm Tina. I'm from West Philly. That's all I got to y'all.
Nice. Okay. Let's get everybody's ages on the table.
Ooh,
How you gonna do that?
ooh.
So hold on before this. So Dr. Cheyenne is not chewing pork chops and sushi. I'm not exactly sure, but she's
Men
she's
and
been making
women.
rounds again.
Men and women. So it is believed that she has a girlfriend. That's what he mean by that. Men and women.
Gotcha.
Yeah, she going
Gotcha.
both ways. Yep. She was a girlfriend, a stud. Yep. Can't make it up.
I don't know how people are finding all this out, but okay, here we go.
Well, you are up here. I mean, we all sit up here. I guess that is important.
Yeah, it is.
I'm in my 30s.
Okay.
That means
She's in her 30s. Yes, that's what that means. High vibe. She can't follow a man's lead. She's ungovernable.
Yep.
late 30s.
Yeah.
I am too, though. I'm 37. You know what I'm saying?
I'm 34.
Nice.
Grown folks.
We are grown.
Right. Okay. All right. I like to start the question with, are you single?
Yes, I'm single.
Why?
I'm an intelligent person.
Oh my, you definitely have to explain that one. How does that relate?
I'm single. You want to know why I'm single?
Yeah, why you're single?
I think it's hard to find a partner when I have such a concrete perception of how I want to live my life. And it's hard to find a person to collaborate with me to help that manifest.
Right. So you kind of want a man to fit into your program in a nutshell.
That's why it's really hard.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
we're
we
gonna
don't
get back, get back to that.
Yeah, we don't want
You want a man that's going to fit into your life or going to fit into his life or build a life together?
Yeah.
to fit one's life.
Maybe.
And your status.
I mean, I got to see something better though. Like maybe I could switch the program, but I have to see something better. And the majority of the time, the average man doesn't show me better than what I can do for myself.
Oh, we're gonna walk this back soon. Okay. And why are you single?
Pretty much the same reason.
We're not gonna ask him why he's single.
I know he just
Ladies first.
Oh,
Even when you're right, you're wrong.
but pretty much the same reason.
You can't find a man in your program?
Not all right. So all right. I guess not the same reason.
Let me pause it here because talking about fitting in these people's programs and stuff. Do you think that the Black community is matriarchal? I've been reading through a little bit of literature about this. What are your thoughts about that? Talking about fitting into it, because I would assume that what these ladies are saying, they can't meet a man who's on their level, who checks these boxes, who is on their level in some way. Do you think that they are somehow in the leadership role, or think that it's more natural to be in a leadership role, being ladies? What are your thoughts about that?
I mean, that's where we are now. I mean, as we know statistically, most children, most Black children, are being raised by just a woman, just a mother. So most definitely we are now. And if there is no dad in the home or dad in their life, so those are two different things in my world. There are children who have no father in the home, but dad is in their life. And then you have children where there's no dad in their life. So those are two categories, in my opinion. Ideally, we would want mom and dad to be in the home raising their children, but then you have these other, layers. But yeah, we know statistically that most Black children are being raised by the female. And so it is a matriarchal society just in that regard. But I think it's helpful, children who have dads in their life, right? So they're not solely like the only authority figure is female. Okay, that to me makes a difference.
Very good. Here we go.
I just feel like a lot of these people are not being honest with themselves.
Mhm.
It's like, if you can't be honest with yourself, how are you supposed to be honest with me? And it's like I'm coming across that a lot, and I'm big on integrity. So it's like,
Okay. So you find some lying ass men out here.
yeah, pretty much, I guess.
Good enough. Good enough. Go ahead, Shay. What you got?
See, I'm single, but I'm dating.
You dating?
Yeah, I'm dating.
See,
I'm not in any long-term commitments, but
would you prefer to be in a long-term commitment or?
when the time is right. When the time is right. But I'm enjoying the company I have with some women I'm talking to. So shout out to them.
How many first dates do you go on?
I try not to do more than 3. Yeah.
Wait. I'm confused. How many first dates?
That's dates
do you go
before
on?
sex, right? First dates. Yeah, she means dates before sex. I try not to do more than 3 dates before sex. So, but it happens sometimes.
Okay.
You got to nip those in the butt, though.
But this is the gatekeeping that we're talking about, right? So this guy's going on dates. He said 3 dates. Essentially, this is what he's saying. 3 dates before sex. So the ladies are not gatekeeping. The other lady we played before was getting mad when guys were asking for condoms.
Right.
So this is what's going on. And
Yeah.
if they're giving it out, I mean, guys are gonna take it.
Guys are going to take it. And I keep telling you, free sex is like free money. Like, I don't
And
know.
why
many
should
people, right. And they're going to turn
why
it
should I
down.
commit? Why should I commit if I can go out, date you, get that
And you,
variety
and
we was
you.
talking about
Yep.
before,
Yep.
get you 3 days later, get you 3
Yep.
days, 3 dates later. Why should I do it?
There you go. Yep. So,
How many first dates do you go?
I don't date.
You don't date?
Yeah, not right now.
Cobwebs.
Okay.
It's not cobwebs, but I don't. Yeah,
You don't.
date.
You don't.
I was in a relationship for a long time.
What's a long time?
9 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh.
How small was that go?
Off and on.
Off and on. Okay, that sounds tumultuous.
Yeah,
It
was
is.
tumultuous.
What happened?
I took a lot of accountability.
We'll see.
We just didn't work out. He was younger than me too. I will
How
give
much
him grace
younger?
for that. 6 years younger than.
So that's important too. I picked up on that. This guy's younger than her.
A lot of red
6
flags.
years, 6 years younger. Because is it because she's operating in that masculine energy as IG says, IG 9027, IG LG. It wasn't like this. It seemed like as it flipped, Black women as a whole seem more in masculine energy. Is that because now she's got to be in this dominant role, so she's going to get a guy 6 years younger than her?
Yep.
He was 6 years younger than you? And how old was he at the time?
He was like 24 at the time.
He was 24.
And I was late 20s. However, he had better qualities as a younger person than I saw in my peers at the time. And I actually still do see.
Wait. You said he was 24?
He was 24 at the time I was in my.
When you met or when you
23.
ended?
Yeah. He was 23 when I met him.
Okay.
And he was in his 30s when we ended.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said you had a 6-year difference?
Yeah, we had a 6-year difference.
Damn, you was driving the cradle. It's like
maybe, yeah. So I did
give
give him. So that explains the time, because I was giving him some like time to like do his thing or whatever, and it was a good type of relationship for me, because it was like it was kind of arm's length too.
And how long did the relationship last? You said
off and on, about 9 years.
9 years. Okay. And when did you end it?
Recently.
Like less than a year ago?
Yeah, less than a year ago.
She just gave out her age. I got all the information for you. Those are good.
This is a good question here. Plus, I think there should be a study as to how many young girls are watching adult content as small children on their phones.
Yeah, everybody is.
Young girls. Yeah.
No, it's estimated that boys they get exposed to pornography as young as 10, and girls it's like 11 or 12. Yeah. So that's a whole thing. That's
And
a
now they
whole
think
thing.
that here's what I got to do to please this guy or
Yep.
whatever. So
Yep.
yeah, yeah. For a while there was a rise in eye herpes.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's crazy.
Yeah, there was
That
a
is
spike
crazy.
in people getting herpes in their eyes.
Like, what? And all you have to do is just take your time, slow down. Like, why are you randomly yuck? Ugh.
Yeah. Here
Mm.
we go.
For the math, there you go. Like, let's say
Off and on, it's about 9 years
9 years. Okay. And when did you end it?
recently.
Like, let's say a year ago?
You got less than a year
Okay.
ago.
She just gave out her age. I got all the information for you. Those who are good at math, there you go. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
So yeah.
But all right. So I get that part of it. So you said you take accountability, and
Yeah.
you're saying it was the age gap.
I
For the
think it
most
was the
part.
age gap. Yeah.
You wanted a lot more.
Yeah. By the
than
time he got
what
to a point that I felt like he should have been at, he wasn't there. Like he didn't meet that mark.
Okay.
And I realized it wasn't about his age. This is just the type of person he is.
Right. That happens. Yeah. Some people
Yeah.
are just not ambitious. And
Yeah, and it took me a really long time to figure that
were
out.
you
And I
trying to
wasted a
build it
lot of
there?
time. I wasn't. No, I wasn't trying to build because he was already at a point. He was already at a point.
What does that mean?
I'm gonna tell you this. I
Yeah.
heard seen this comment. I've heard guys saying they discovered Playboy mags at age 8.
Mhm.
Everybody has this story about going underneath somebody else's garage,
Yeah. Oh,
some
yep.
neighbor's garage, and seeing
Yep.
a box of them. And then we
Yep.
had 2 in my neighborhood. We would just go there all the
Yep.
time.
Yep.
So
It's a whole thing.
yeah, it was definitely
Yeah.
a whole thing. Yeah, yeah.
He fit where he was accomplished to be a young person, but then he hit a cap and just didn't do anything after that. Does that make sense?
It does. It does make sense what you're saying, but it doesn't make sense to do that. And
Right. I'm not excusing it. It doesn't make sense to do that, but it was the
yeah, and maybe you
situation.
didn't know, and that's
Yeah.
fine, right? We learn sometimes our parents don't prepare us for what relationships are supposed to be like, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Mhm.
Mine didn't, right? I
Mhm.
ran into a buzzsaw. I had a lot of bad things happen to me before I found my way, so I could understand that I've made several mistakes. And the one thing that I've learned, the most valuable thing that I've learned, if you can't bring happiness to someone else, happiness comes from within.
Absolutely.
And
This here needs to be a study of women crash outs on social media versus writing them in a diary. I've often thought that people are just they're not writing in diaries anymore. They're
Oh
just
no. Social media is their diary. They share everything publicly. Yep.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
a whole thing.
you can't motivate someone. Motivation comes from within.
I learned that a very
Yeah.
hard
'Cause-
way.
and I think that's a
Mhm.
mistake that a lot of young ladies make. I'm glad you were at least transparent enough to say that you were the complete cause of that, because men do cap out. One thing I always refer to is a bell curve,
Mm.
and most men are always going to be average. It's
Mhm.
always been that way since the beginning of time. It's always going to be that way. There is no deviation. There's always been the bell curves. There are some people who will excel,
Mhm.
and there are very few people who will be like that. Then there's going to be a decent amount of people who suck at life, and then most of us are going to be the average,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
So if we were talking about incomes or something, what would be acceptable for you?
I
sort
mean,
of-
I'm not gonna say like
you have a number because you very calculated. You have a plan. At this point, you have it. You could say it.
I
It's
just
okay.
want somebody
No
to be able to.
Yeah, but you know what that lifestyle brings. Just bring a number out. Don't do it. Just go ahead.
I mean, like, all right. So I prefer black men.
Got it.
Why is she struggling to answer this question? Just give us a number.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the average is
Mm.
what?
And
in
I
the
understand that black men don't
low to
earn
mid-40s?
the
Yeah,
way
low to
that
mid-40s is the
everybody.
average.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
We don't earn as much as white men, but we still out earn black women.
Yeah. Yep.
Why this continues to be preached in our communities? I just don't understand. It's
Right.
incorrect. You can
I
go to
know.
blackdemographics.com. I've done it. I've done at least 3 videos that I can recall going over these numbers.
Right.
Speaking of that, Dr. Chiaku hit me up again today, sent me an email. Excuse me, sent me
What?
a text message. She sent me a text message last night. I went to bed at like 11 o'clock. I woke up at 7 and was there. So sometimes during the night she was doing whatever. I'm like, listen, lady, knock it off.
I told you what I think that is. Woo.
my last partner was a black man, and he was like upper 90s because of the science and stuff like that. But like,
Wait.
So why is that stuck? Though?
Wait.
Yeah, there's a lot of
that math ain't math.
holes
Hold on.
in here.
He was
Yeah,
he was in the
yeah.
90s, like 90,000
he might have
around
Was it 90?
somewhere around there. Somewhere
Maybe.
around
You
around
know
that.
how
What's
much
she mean too? It was in the group chat. Huh?
Okay, so he's making about 90 racks, but
His
you felt
paycheck
like
was in the group
he
chat.
wasn't where he was supposed
or
to be
maybe
in life?
not 90. I said that's where you asked me, not his, not his paycheck. You asked me where I would do in
Oh,
general
that's what
with
you
black
want.
men.
Okay, good
Yeah.
enough. Okay, that's not where he was.
His wasn't, he wasn't at 90K.
Okay.
He had a great trajectory though. But like I feel like with my thing, like, I understand this economy
Right.
and I'm
So you're asking for a man that's making pretty much double the average salary.
yeah.
Okay, good enough. Are there any superficial things that you like?
Superficial things that no, I mean,
So you would date a guy
I'm
5'5"?
really if he's 5'5" and he's a gangster, yeah, I would date
He's
him.
What does that mean?
gangster.
He's a
Yeah.
gangster? What is
Like-
Gotta be a gangster, right?
What?
And you run into the ladies like that in your profession who's like, listen, this guy's got to have this swag. He's got to have a gold chain, gangster. He drive my car when I'm at work.
Yep. Oh, grow up.
He is who he says he is. He is a proud person. He has integrity. He is loyal. People respect him. I would date somebody who's 5'5".
Okay. Does he have to look a certain way?
Word is fine.
Any personality traits? What do you expect?
I like somebody I would prefer somebody who is progressively black.
Okay.
In regard to understanding everything that's going on with our political climate, who he is, his positionality as a Black American man in this world. Like I would like somebody to really understand and hone in on that and live through that, because I feel like as a Black woman, I lived through that. And I think that would be a good match for me.
Okay. So, I mean, outside of the money, which is, I find to be wildly unreasonable.
Okay.
No, really.
But
Did you want to say something to that?
Oh my gosh. She gonna start telling on herself. Keep going.
But some, like Black men are
there are some men that are making that, right? But that's exceptional. That's exceptional.
There's Black men that are earning.
You're right.
Yeah.
What percentage of black men are earning?
That's probably, I would say that's definitely top 20%, lower than
Less
at
than
least
that.
like top 15, at least top 15%, right?
Yeah.
That's exceptional. So,
People are engineers.
No, we get it. We get it.
Like
I understand all that.
My daughter's in school right now, in pre-med for medical, so she's gonna go into that. It's not
that's cool.
not like unfathomable to me.
It's not unfathomable, but you have to be extremely intentional about it. Right now,
You're right.
You're not even willing to date, right? And the clock is ticking. And then
What clock is ticking? Whose clock? Like what clock is it?
Men's clock. The clock that men set.
biological clock.
Yeah.
Meaning
What biological clock? I have my child that I love and I never want to reproduce again. What's the clock?
So you want to
wait? So then you're not even trying to offer children? You could go ahead and get him.
So let me jump in this. So
Wait. You said try to offer children. Do you understand? I know we're not getting into politics. I understand that we're not getting into politics.
No, I said children.
But do you understand? But this is in regard to children. Do you understand what's happening in our country? Smart people would not be having children right now. No,
smart people would not be having children.
Are we for real?
Yes.
They should think smart people are monolith.
Wow.
They think
So you
smart
want
people all
as much as you're into Black people, you want the race to die off?
Our race will never die off.
It would never die off.
Yeah.
So then you just want stupid people to have children. So then we're just a bunch of stupid.
No.
Oh no. You got her. Thank you. You sound stupid. What?
That is the talk.
Lord.
If the smart people aren't having kids,
Right.
somebody else is.
Somebody else is. Lord.
She probably got that rum and coke. It's probably starting to hit right now. She's not
That's
making
what
any
I'm
sense.
thinking.
Right
They're drinking. Right. She's drinking.
Y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button, y'all.
So no one should have children?
No.
So who should have children?
I think that
Who's in position to
I think that people
So
who should
smart
have
people-
children, who have the resources and the energy, the emotional regulation to have children. This country does not foster people who are financially stable, emotionally stable, who have the resources and the time, the compassion to foster healthy children. That's why everybody is depressed. Everybody's doing, you know what I mean? Like kids are all out of control. Everybody's on welfare. It's a bunch of kids in the foster system. Why would you bring more in there for some man's ego?
Got it. So
You got to be human.
So
Sometimes I feel like
with
Black
that,
men
right?
aren't being human.
So I realize you were robbing the cradle.
You're
before.
not being human because you want to have kids, y'all.
Right. Is that
Because you want to have
insane?
kids.
That is insane. Oh my gosh.
Can't make this up.
No, you can't.
But at this point in your life, I would imagine you would go older, like a lot older, particularly if you have the older
No,
children.
not a lot older. No.
Okay. Well, what ages are you seeking?
I liked my younger person. I like the.
Yeah, but you can't do that anymore.
Yes, I can. I could date another early 30s man. Yes, I can. Is that actually right? I can tell. I can show you how much I can date 30.
I mean,
Yeah.
listen, so just because you have access to men doesn't necessarily mean that they would want to be with you forever, right? So I
Mhm.
think that's
Why
a,
do, why
a
would you think that I
misconception.
want to be with men forever? I think it's
Well,
hard for men. Like now I'm sitting here, you really, it's not that you're being delusional. It's really, it's really hard for you to conceptualize that there's some women who do not put you at the forefront, who think that men are baggage, who think that men
Mm,
are like stunters of manifestation. Like I
yeah.
can't
mm.
achieve the things I don't want with this male energy around. It's stale. And I feel like that's something that y'all really try to like not y'all, I'm sorry. Sometimes some men really try to convince themselves that women don't put men at the forefront.
So I realize that there are some women
Life
like
So
that.
you
is so
heard that?
exciting. Like life
She just told on herself. She will never attract a good, healthy man. You are not my priority. I am not putting you at the forefront. Your energy is stale. It wears me down. That seeps out of her pores, and men can feel it. Men can feel it. Why would a man pursue this woman? And she just gave a litany of reasons why he is nothing to her. And it's so interesting because this is how modern day women feel. This is how they talk. And yet they have the audacity to want a man. Like she just told on herself. So, yeah, that to me is wild. But yet,
What is this woman or any type of woman who thinks like this looking for in a man? I mean, what is it that they want from a man? Just sex? Is it just somebody to cuddle up with at night and tell? Again, this is the masculine energy.
yeah,
I just
yeah. And it's so some of it's the ego, right? Some of it's God designed. A woman will always want a man. Now, she will never admit that to herself, but God put that design in her, just like He put that design in a man. A woman will always want a man. That's God design. Some of it is her ego, right? And some of it is what a man can do for her, how a man can make her feel. So, there's lots of reasons why women want men. Now, a lot of those reasons don't benefit men. And that's what men have woken up to.
mm.
Men have finally, wait a minute, how did this benefit me? Like, what do I get? Yeah, that's the wake up call. That's what men are slowly starting to figure out.
I think it's picking up speed.
Yep,
A friend of mine
yep.
just called me a little while ago, and he was telling me he's married. My friend is married. He's telling me about a friend of his that he worked with, and he just retired from corrections, and now he's going through
Mhm,
the divorce. And he's like, "Yo, what did I do this for? You know, why am I
yeah,
in this? I've done all this work, and now I'm retired. I got to
mhm,
give up half of everything." And so this is becoming a problem,
yeah,
is what are we doing? And as you mentioned, we're starting to wake up and
yeah,
understand that, the
yep,
juice isn't worth the squeeze, and it's
yeah.
sad. It's
It
sad.
is. It is really sad.
All she
Mm.
wants is money.
And peen.
Money and peen. Money
Right.
and peen. Peen and money.
Right.
Don't matter which one come first, as long
That's
as they
right.
come.
Lord. Woo.
is exciting. That women don't put men at the forefront.
So I realize that there are some women
Life
like that.
is so exciting. Like life is exciting when you have resources, and this is for men and women. When you have resources, like it doesn't matter. You're not sitting looking for a love, like a life partner when you're healthy and you have resources and you have opportunities to learn and grow and evolve. Like men will never be at the forefront when a woman has all that access.
Mm.
All right, so I understand what you're saying.
That's a whole word right there.
Yeah. See?
As long as
She,
they have that,
yep. She
you'll
said
never
it.
be.
She said the quiet part out loud. Yeah.
She
She
probably
said that.
her emails and DMs were flooded. You
Yep.
told on us.
She
You say
told. Yeah. She said the quiet part out loud. Mm.
you're right about that. October, they're notorious for cheating. I'm not gonna lie about that. That's
Yeah.
definitely true. It's
Oh,
definitely
Lord.
true.
Right? But that's not the majority of women, right? I realize that there are some like that. I've interviewed hundreds of
I
women by
think
now.
that
And I've
women are
spoken to many
coming.
women like that.
It's picking up. The
But
wheels is turning in a lot of girls. A lot of young women too. Like you see this new movement. I think young women are even more hostile to me. Like you know what I mean? They not playing no games. They run a tight game, strict rules. It's
Mm.
not just something that's like. I understand it might be. It might seem coveted right now, but I think it is a mentality that is growing immensely amongst women all across the board to
Mm.
decenter men and understand that they Or
This is
not.
hysterical, man.
Yeah,
I want you to keep
I'm
going.
gonna I'm
Yeah,
I'll just
Just
have one more thing to say. Do you
just
not
keep
think
digging.
do you
Just
not
keep
think
digging.
that this is going to be a detriment to
No.
the
Men have to evolve.
forget the nuclear
No.
family, then you have to
Men have
forget
to
the
evolve.
community,
How are you gonna do it?
society as a
No,
whole.
I don't. Men have to evolve. How are you gonna do it? If you guys have to die off because you don't procreate and no one reproduces with you, and then that's
Well, no,
what's
that's not a
happening.
thing anymore, right?
Men have to die off.
China already has robots that can hold a baby for up to 10 months term. So we don't necessarily, and you don't really need the DNA of a female. So it's just one of the things. Like at this point right now, we don't necessarily need it to procreate. That's not a thing anymore. And within the next couple years with AI and
What is going on?
robotics,
Yeah.
we got some badass engineers in the mix. So it's going to happen. That's not even going to be a thing, right? There are already people who are having tested baby, right? This whole what we're doing right now, surrogates and IVF and all that, that's like just the prelude to what's really to come, right? We are now coming to an understanding that we don't necessarily need the opposite sex to procreate, right? So that's not the problem. But I just think that the way the country was built and what we stood on was the nuclear family, and maybe that dynamic could change. But what I'm telling people that is going to be ugly because women don't appreciate what it is
So you
that men do.
So you
right?
guys, you spit out a lot of facts and you're saying a lot of things about the connection between men and women. Do you realize that men benefit more in a marriage than women does, health-wise and everything? Like men benefit more than women.
Health-wise?
Yeah.
Oh, are you going by that?
Women? No, that is a fact.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
I've already
Give me my
debunked that.
phone.
You can get your phone, but it's,
Give
if
me
you
my
really
phone.
look at it, if you
That's
really
why I
dig
don't
into
do
it,
podcasts unless they have
no,
them
I'm
fact
telling you,
checkers right
I've
here.
already checked this fact. I've done it
It is-
live on podcasts where I brought
No,
the
not
sex
from podcasts. No, I'm talking about I go to school. I do periodic reviews. I look at scholarly journals. I don't just look at other podcasts to see what other people are talking about. Women don't benefit in marriages. Men benefit more. They live longer. Men live longer in relationships when they're
mutually
Who
with
benefits from
women.
divorce?
Women die faster when they're with men.
It's mutually no.
Thank you.
That's not a
Yeah,
fact.
yeah,
That's
that
a
is a
lie.
fact.
That's a fake.
One
study.
second, 'cause
I'm telling you.
one
Go ahead.
second.
Go ahead.
One
That's what.
I'll read it.
That's why I don't like going to
Fake
podcasts that
study.
don't have
Fake-
fact checkers here, because that's what niggas
fake
do.
study.
Well,
They
I'm
talk to
telling
each
you, I've
other
already
and they
debunked
don't
this shit.
listen to
This
other
exact
people.
fact. I heard them.
so
You already debunked it. So who
So I've gone through the numbers as well, and so some of those numbers are correct where men live longer, etc. I'm not debating that. However, those advantages don't go to black men. They don't live longer. And so that's again the stress levels and this, that, and the other. So it's not a complete beneficial. And I think that's what he's trying to relate to her, but she's not
Right.
listening.
Yeah.
And I've read one of my other previous videos. I went through that paper. So it doesn't apply to black men. It could and it should, but it
Yeah.
doesn't. And the reason I think it doesn't, because if you have bad eating habits and I have bad eating
Right.
habits, we
Yep.
get together, we have bad eating habits, and we're not
Yep.
going to live longer. So
Yep.
that's one of the reasons. Also, you have to look at who has access to healthcare. Black people don't generally go to the doctor, don't have
Mhm.
the healthcare, et cetera, et cetera. So there's reasons for it. It could
Yeah.
the beneficial benefits could be there for black marriage, but they currently are not. And yes, listen to Rhonda, everyone, hit the like button.
told you there was a fake study?
It's not a fake
Sorry,
study.
I've already looked into it.
There's
I'm
propaganda studies.
I'm
It's not propaganda. That's what you say to save your ego.
I'm not-
We gotta understand that there is science. There may have been a study
over.
after that, but that wasn't a fake study.
So this is the gender warfare we got over here. And she said she's a vet, right?
I am. I'm a
so
motherfucking problem. I promise
yeah,
you, I'm ungovernable. It's over.
Mhm.
And that's exactly what a man of value wants. She's exactly what a man of value wants, an ungovernable woman.
Fucking ungovernable.
Yeah, she's, oh my God. Like everyone's just gonna be a line around the corner of men waiting for that. I want to say this though. You should,
How much money do you earn?
So
I don't know what I'm into, but I don't know a lot of money.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I've been with lawyers. I've been with doctors.
Okay.
I've been
Yeah.
with white men.
You build
Yeah.
Oh, she got him there.
Yeah.
She got him there. She got him there. So here here is the ungovernable part of her.
Right.
She's gonna keep interrupting. She don't want to hear what he has to say because he's simply disagreeing with him.
Yeah.
Because of the
Yeah.
simple disagreement. And she's been
Yeah.
a lawyer. So again, she's not hearing that I've been with lawyers. I've been with but why aren't you with them?
Exactly.
Why aren't you currently
Yeah.
with them?
And these are the talking points from a lot of women. She's going to use all the sign language, all the talking points. All from here on, she's going to say and do all the things that Black women do when they're triggered. So instead of focusing on the topic, instead of focusing on the issue and debating the issue, now she's going to throw up all this stuff that doesn't matter. None of that stuff matters. Because like you said, we have no way to verify it. I always tell people this in debates. Do not speak about things that we have no way to verify. I don't know if she's dated doctors or lawyers.
Mm.
So what is the point of that?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
And she got him. I've been with white guys.
Yep. Yeah. When she's
Jeez.
yep. And what does that have to do with anything? It's really sad. But this is, I'm going to tell y'all the truth. This woman is proof of what losing an argument will do to you. When you're losing an argument, she's going to lose her mind. That's what's going to happen.
Oh my God, she reached the top of the mountain. She's been a white man.
It's a divestiture.
Oh my
I've
God.
divested. Unfortunately, I've divested.
And you just talked about how we're on the dumb of white supremacy.
Yep. And I'll
So
tell
what, you want to control the dumb?
that
You want to control the
there
dumb?
wasn't. You want me to get into
Oh,
it?
she's
Why would I?
too.
There was a point in time in my life where I felt like black men were failing so badly. I was very young, so I was 19, by the way, too. So I was a kid. But that I thought that black men were failing so immensely that I did, for a moment, see how white men marry easy. White men help their families easy. White men their wives benefit from their partnership easy. I did see that, and I was caught up in that that idea in regard to how white men might they do it better than niggas don't figure it out early enough, and they waste time, blah blah blah. So I went with the white man, but I realized, because I take accountability and everything, like all of these, this was a systematic way of thought, and I should have understood why black men are the way they are, and that all the systematic the domino effects to put them in their situations like that. And the only reason why white men are the saviors for the moment is because society allows them to be. So once I deconstructed that, I went back to black men, and
What?
I'm here to stay.
I want to make a point because I don't even want.
She did what? Like, make that make sense. So when I was young, I thought white men were better and this and that. But then I had to deconstruct all of this. What? Like, this girl is lost. She is
I think that she
lost.
woke up one day and said, "These white guys really aren't into me, and they just, all I'm good for is,
the fetish.
the fetish, the pump and
Yep.
dump or whatever."
Yep.
And then next thing you know, oh well,
Let me come
let me
running
go
back to black men. What?
Yeah.
Lord, oh my! So that drink is
Miles
kicking
said that
in.
drink
It
is
is.
kicking in.
I think it is. I think he's right. Right about now, whatever she was drinking, it started to kick in. Yeah, I think he's right.
I want to touch that. I think the internet's going to touch that for us. But I think you said that
If this goes out,
you said that
you might have to cut this part.
Yeah, you got to cut her part. Yeah. What she said was some bullshit. But you
What I
said
said was some bullshit.
Let me explain, because you held the mic.
You're very sensitive.
You held the mic.
You're extremely
I've been taking my turn.
Yeah, she's extremely sensitive. And I grew up around boys. Like, I know sensitive boys. I have all the boy.
Won't let him talk. Keep cutting him off.
Yep. See, now she got to use all the tactics. I'm not going to let you speak. I'm going to keep cutting you off. The disrespect. Yeah.
Yeah, this is what she was saying.
Yep.
Yeah, Your Highness was saying she thought white men were better because of social economic advantage.
Yep.
And once she figured out that she's nothing but a fetish and that they were never going to wife her up and make her Mrs. Cartwright, then she had to come running back. That's what she was saying.
So sensitive. I'm gonna cry after this podcast is over.
I can look in the eyes and see
tears.
Who really got it.
Oh my God. I won't be able to sleep at night thinking about, oh my God, if I could only be with a woman like her. Anyway, but the point I want to make, right, is this.
You think the internet gonna grind me up?
Oh yeah, they're gonna chew me up. They're gonna chew me up. You said that women don't benefit from marriage. You said men benefit from marriage. Was that correct? Okay. Who benefits from divorce?
Y'all.
We do?
The woman, if the man has money. Okay. The average nigga does not have money. Nobody's going to get anything from divorce.
7 out of the 10 richest women are a beneficiary from marriage, right? Whether it was death or divorce.
There are women who become billionaires from divorce.
Y'all average. Why are you talking about billionaire concepts? You're an average nigga. What are you talking about?
I'm not an average dude.
You are.
I'm not an average nigga.
Trying to illustrate the point
but the point I'm trying to make, and that's why she thinks I'm sensitive.
You're talking about custody. Alimony is paid by how much percent? It's like 93%
alimony is for white men. Niggas don't pay alimony.
What?
every I don't know why people keep saying this. Every man I've ever known who got divorced, every black man I know has had to come up out the pocket.
Yep.
So I don't know what you're talking about. And people keep telling me this. I'm like, all the people I don't know all the stats. I'm saying that obviously up front, but every black man I know who's gotten divorced, every black man I know has had to pay.
Yep.
And I know men right now still paying years later, paying for homes that they don't live in.
Yeah.
More than men I know paying for homes that they don't live
We already know the news channel she watches.
Yeah.
We know the
I
news
don't pay
channel.
alimony.
But here's the thing.
Yes, we do.
Let's
Are you paying alimony right now?
What's the percentage of black men marriage in this country?
Smooth, hold
And
on.
then tell me how much y'all pay alimony.
Smooth, hold on.
Tell me what the
This
percentage
podcast is
black
gonna
women is.
hold on. This podcast is gonna be
Because if I don't want anything to come out, it ain't going.
well, because you're embarrassed about what you're saying.
I'm not
I'm
embarrassed.
not embarrassed about what I'm saying, so you can use whatever I'm saying. You can put it out, okay?
You're a very insecure person. You
I'm-
probably
I'm-
thought that I was
I'm-
gonna be. You're not used to women like me.
I am not
you're
used to masculine women. I'm not.
I'm not a masculine woman. I'm so soft.
You date
Exactly.
young men 6 years younger than them. You want them to be gangsters.
That's not what I said, right?
Fine.
He just cooked it right there. Got him. Got him.
Yeah. Oh,
You think
Lord.
guys 6 years younger than you and wanted to be gangsters.
Okay.
Not used to women like me.
I am not
you're
used to masculine women.
I'm not a masculine woman. I'm so soft.
You date
Exactly.
young men 6 years younger than them. You want them to be gangsters.
That's not what I
Yeah.
said, right?
He's 5'5" and wanting to be a gangster.
That's not what I
If he's not a
said.
gangster, he better be white because white people they marry.
That's not what I said.
I've
He's
been
so
paying
insecure. That is all projection.
I'm just projecting.
That's all projection.
But I want to make this.
That was more so a figure of speech.
This is the point I want to make, though. This is the point I want to
Like,
make. We told them. She said
professional
women benefit.
You're not married. You don't have any kids. You're a YouTuber. I'm a veteran. I'm a widow because I was married, right? I have a daughter that I put in one of the best schools in this country, right?
Mhm.
I'm not going to say how much I make money, but I make very good money. I'm a contributor to my community.
And I still don't want
And
them.
all it. I don't want you.
No, no, women
Like,
do.
what the
And I don't want a woman like you.
And women don't want
I
men
don't-
like
I
you,
don't
but
want a
he's
woman like-
upset because women are becoming more like me, and he's not.
Doesn't
Like,
accept it.
it's
It
not
doesn't
the
accept
thing.
Are women becoming more like her, Anita?
Mhm,
On their way.
They sure are. They sure
My dad
are.
always
It's
told me
sad.
that a man is not gonna
Like me, and he's not.
Doesn't
Like,
accept it.
it's
It
not
doesn't
the
accept it.
thing.
My dad always told me that a man is not gonna argue with a woman.
Absolutely.
We're having a
not.
discussion. We're not arguing.
My 6-year-old, the young girl that was 6-year-old, wasn't back and forth like
It's
this.
just like
I'll tell you
She
that.
didn't stay with him.
So,
She
all
left
right. So let's get to that part of it. So I do understand that there is
I'll never forget you.
right there.
I know
You're the
won't.
reason why I
I'm
don't
going to
date.
forget you. I'm going to
You're
forget.
the reason why I
Trust
don't
me.
date.
This is going to be a race out of my mind.
Has
Do
men
you
like,
see this? This is the reason why I don't
so
date.
you're saying that men like
Masculine men.
I
will
earn
watch
more
this
money
thing.
than him. He's a YouTuber.
Hold on,
He's
hold on.
not.
What
He's
is the time?
almost
What is the time?
40.
What is the
Money not-
And he's a YouTuber. Like, come on now.
You don't know what I earn.
You're a YouTuber.
Have you seen my channel? And the
Doesn't-
millions of views that I got?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Can you find me a Fiji? I can
Fly
find
to
myself a
Fiji.
Fiji
I
tomorrow.
just came back to Africa from Africa.
Boy, bye.
And yes, we got Fiji money. What are you talking about? You don't know me. When
I
have
know you.
when
I know
have
you. I've seen you 1,000 times. Like, I know you.
so you've seen my content before.
No.
So what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Bye.
Yeah.
And that's
all
why
right, so
yeah,
so
But sir, hold on.
No,
Look,
can we move
hold on
on,
here.
sir?
Because here's the issue, right? Women like
move
her
on.
overtalk men, and it's fine. We're gonna let the footage reveal that, right? We're gonna let the footage
Okay.
reveal that.
No,
But we sat here
we're gonna talk
quiet.
about this before.
We sat quiet while she went on long rants,
Go ahead.
and I
keep
tried
going.
to interject at time. But I was
Y'all hit the like button, and this is absolutely right. Even if her logic is on point here, what does it have to do with anything? Women like her love sizing up a man by her financials, right? Just all comparisons in competition. I'm
Yep.
doing this, I'm doing that. I was a
Yep.
veteran, I was there, I
Yep.
was that. My
Yep.
kids are in the best schools.
Yep.
Not soft
Yep.
and feminine.
No.
I'm
No,
not that. I'm
that-
actually a softie.
okay.
He's
He went on long rants,
go ahead.
and I
keep
tried
going.
to interject at time. But I was like,
I'm
no,
not that. I'm
that-
actually a softie.
Okay,
He's
you-
so
can you-
soft.
can you stop
Like,
interrupting?
he's
Okay, just one
foaming
second.
at the mouth over a softie.
Just one
I'm
second.
not even a hard girl,
Okay.
and he can't take
I
me.
think you're hard. I think you're hard. I think you're very hard. I think you're very hard. But
All right.
I understand you. You know why I understand you?
You
Because
don't,
I
bro.
listen to you, and what I've heard from
You
what you
don't
said is that
understand me.
you like men that are.
You don't understand.
like
me.
men-
We cut from such a different cloth, nigga. You
just
do
one-
not
Just
understand
be
me.
quiet for 1 second, right? Just let me talk. 1 second. I'm
I'm only quiet for people I respect. I
Okay.
respect men.
You don't
I will be quiet for you. If you wanna
so this is what I'll
diffuse
do.
the
All right, let's
situation.
give him 1 minute, and then if you need a
Gotcha.
rebuttal, it's on you.
yes. Is that
got
okay?
you. No, I'm answering it as I talk to men I respect.
Okay.
Mm.
Anyway, so I understand women like you, right? There's a lot of propaganda telling women that you're exceeding men.
I'm talking about lived experience. He's talking about
No. So
propaganda.
just give-
That's what I'm saying.
I
He's
get
a
it,
young
I get
boy
it.
in his mind.
So
Like,
listen,
I'm a grown woman
we
with
gonna give
lived
him a minute, give him a
experience in
minute.
real life.
I'm
He
gonna give
keeps
you-
telling me propaganda.
I'm gonna
I'm
give you a whole
telling
chance to
him my
talk.
real experiences. He's telling me that how I'm feeling and how I'm internalizing it is propaganda. He's a child.
I get it. So just
He's immature.
give him a minute. We only gonna give him 1 minute, and then I'm gonna give you your time to rebuttal.
All right, I'm
And,
okay.
and we won't allow him to interrupt you either.
all right,
Okay.
got you.
So I understand women like you, right?
Mm.
You've been sold this reality that is not true, and it's fine. It's fine. You sold the idea that only men benefit from marriage, but we tried to make the point to you earlier on that women actually the only way they could get divorced last time I checked is if they were married, and most women, most of the wealthiest women in the world became wealthy through divorce. That is true. So I've never heard of a man become a billionaire through divorce. but we've heard of women that became billionaires through
White
divorce.
women become
Yep.
billionaires through divorce.
Yep.
What are you talking about? Like this is not our
So if you
conversation.
could just forget it. Go ahead.
This is not
Aldo Negro says, I believe her husband faked his death.
Lord, oh my gosh. Yeah, he wanted to get away from her. Whew.
Y'all hit the like button.
Let her go.
conversation.
It's her
So
show.
you can go ahead.
Like what is he talking about? We're talking about relationships amongst us, right?
Okay.
Like he's putting in statistics and scenarios that he's not even a part of. Like what are you pulling
That was
out
my fault. I
these-
brought that. I brought that.
Oh,
to you.
okay, yeah. I don't understand what you part of. We're talking
I was
about
going that
we're
direction. I
talking
could have
about
sworn it.
real people. That's why I don't like talking to YouTubers. I'm a real person.
Oh,
I pay taxes. I'm an everyday average person. I'm a civilian and I'm a vet. Like I understand this, the military life and things like that. Like I want to have real conversations with real people
Got it.
about real concepts.
And YouTubers, we're from Mars. We're not real people.
So how
We're
about
aliens.
this?
Come on now, 200 viewers. It's well over 200. Well over 200. Almost
Okay.
up to 300 that I can see. And we only got 90 likes. Y'all hit the like button. Come on now, hit the like button and subscribe to both of our channels.
How about this?
I just don't respect
we do
anything you have to say. I
understand.
feel like I've done so much more.
You don't know me. What do you keep telling me?
So let
You
me-
keep telling me about me. You don't know me.
Hold on. Let's
Is what
get
you're- is what
let's
you're
get
giving
past that
off.
part because
Like you're screaming it. Look at you.
I'm not
I
screaming.
don't think that's going to really go anywhere. But I do want to get somewhere with this, right?
Mhm.
So if we're saying that there is something wrong between the relationship dynamics between men and women, how is it possible for us to bridge the gap?
We can't because if
No.
she
I
wants to
think we can.
lead, men won't follow.
I think we can answer your question.
That was a good answer.
Mm,
She wants to lead. Men are not going to follow.
right.
It's a good answer. It's a really good answer.
Yep.
Relationship dynamics between men and women. How is it possible for us to bridge the gap?
We can't because if
No.
she
I
wants to
think we can.
lead, men won't follow.
I think we can. Can I answer your question? Can I answer your
We're
question?
gonna let her go. Then you got it right after.
I think for
We're
us.
gonna let her go first.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, so I think the problem with that is we have to be realistic about whether or not men are capable of leading because we're not going to just go blindly follow after someone that we deem incapable. So it's a lot of these men that sit here like, follow me, follow me, follow me. A real leader does not have to tell you to follow them. You're going to see the way they lead and naturally fall in line. So the problem is a lot of these guys, they want to be like, oh, I'm a leader. And the reality of it is you're not. And you wonder why these women are not following you is because you're not a leader. You're not even showing none
It's the
of these
delusion.
characteristics.
It's the delusion of the
Women follow
reality
me.
that men are.
I have women that follow me.
There's this delusion of a reality
and I
that
feel
men
like
are
that's
living
another
in
thing
that
we
isn't
have to-
conducive with the real world anymore.
It's a difference between women
Money
and females. So I feel
rules
like
everything.
that's a difference.
Money rules everything. It's getting so cutthroat out here.
I'm glad you
It's
said
getting
that.
so
Yeah.
it's getting so cutthroat out here that money is over everything. Your mentality and money. If you're not on the same page in regard to how to overcome these obstacles that are amongst us during these unprecedented times, nobody has ever seen things like this in this country and throughout this.
I agree that
If
women
you
feel
do-
like money is their
if
god.
you
Money is their
Yep.
god. They worship money.
Yep.
And this is the problem.
because
we got
money gets you out of fuck niggas like this.
Oh.
You want to say something?
Yeah. She is the complete archetype of the woman that men don't want. Money is everything. Money is, I mean, she's just saying all the things. She has all the talking points that men hate. It's all about money. And so, yeah, it's sad. Like I said, she's blowing up a lot of women's spot, and yeah, this is where we've landed. This is where we've landed. Yeah, she definitely is. She has. Oh my gosh.
You don't have to deal.
not about
You don't
the
have
money,
to
it's about the
deal.
freedom
You
that
don't.
the money
You
allows.
have the choice to live in your own truth, be in your own energy, and do the things that you want to do until you die without ever having to deal
Yeah, and
with the counterparts.
Right.
Like
Do
with
you
the
believe that the
counterparts.
men
that-
of value, that these top nine,
what men of value? Nobody cares about those men. Men don't. It doesn't matter. Bad bitches don't.
Ranger, who is Garrett, is asking, is Anita promoting government-backed marriage certificates? You are, right? You don't
I
want to
will
do that.
always promote marriage. That's never going to change. Now, you may not like, that I do want you to have a registered marriage. You may not like that, but I follow the Bible, and I believe in the covenant of marriage, and God calls us to, follow the law of the land. So whoever's in government, God calls us to respect that government. So whether it's Trump, whether it's Biden, God calls his people to whatever, that's why the scripture says, render to Caesar what is Caesar's due. So whatever is the current administration, yes, you want to abide by it. So for me to be legally married, it has to be recognized through the state or the federal government or whatever, Um, it cannot just be, oh, me and a man go to the church and we get married. Because remember, there's certain benefits. Like I can't be on his insurance. He can't be on my insurance. Like there's all these things that automatically come with being married, the changing of my name, all of that stuff comes from being married. So, you don't have to love it. And I keep telling people, do you? You don't need to worry about me. Do you? There's a lot of people out here who don't support marriage. I hear content creators all the time talking about, I'm never going to tell anybody to get married. I'm definitely not going to tell men to get married. Okay. Like I said, do you? Do you? But if a man approached me, and he was interested in courting me, that's something that would have to happen. Like I can't be in a long-term relationship with a man and be having sex with him and all of the things without having a marriage recognized by God and a marriage recognized by the state. So that's my personal belief. You don't have to, you don't have to follow my personal belief. That's my personal belief.
Y'all listen to Rhonda here. Make sure you subscribe to all my different channels there. Hit the like button.
Right. Good for you.
Hit the like button. There's been let's pause here for a second here. Let's talk about we talked about women. We made it general. We played some other races on the previous videos here. Is she giving a good showing of Black women right here? Because this is going on in the comment section. Black women don't follow. Black women are hard-headed. Black women are masculine. Is she giving a good representation of that, or Black women overall?
But I told you about 80% of them are not great. And like someone said earlier, I don't know if you read that comment, they said these two types of Black women are the archetype. So you have the bully, you have the masculine bully, and then you have her counterpart that's just going to amen whatever she says. These two women make up 80% of women. That's facts. So the bully, who's leading the charge with all her nonsense, and then you have the quieter one over here that is co-sign. So she's not ever going to check her. She's not ever going to say, look, girl, just let him talk. She's never going to say that. She is going to co-sign what that first woman is saying. That's 80% right there in front of our eyes. So I know it's a shock. Like, it's a shock to me because I don't consider myself in either one of those categories. But ladies, I keep asking y'all to stop and be objective. Ask yourself how many women you know that fall under those two categories. And we're not saying you, because that's what women really struggle with. Whenever you ask them a question about women, they personalize it. They think you're talking about them. No, I know they're not talking about me, but can I see with my own eyes? Can I hear with my own ears women who are like this? Yes. That's really hard for most women to say. They really struggle to just see what it is and say, yeah, that's what it is. So that's the part that I'm not understanding. I'm sorry, y'all. I know it's breaking my heart too, but I have to say the truth. Like the majority of women out here are just not great. It's shocking. It is shocking because I don't come from a generation like this, but it is what it is. Yep, that's the pump the brakes. That's the comment right there. And I was like, yep.
Hello, Dr. Welcome. Appreciate you. Yeah, this is sad. Leadership comes in forms. Let's keep on with this here.
You're not a bad bitch. You're not a bad bitch. Calm down. But do you believe the men are making more than
you are a coward. You're a coward. I know gangsters. No, listen. I want you to understand something because I told you this. I know gangsters.
What does that mean?
And I'm looking you in your eye right now. You're not.
I'm not a gangster.
Nigga, no. You're not.
Now, before we play this, gotta keep you guys on the edge of your seats here. Before we play this, right? I was just listening to a couple of different podcasts and even a book that I just bought, just talking about this dynamic that we're living in today, where women will sit up, get in a man's face. We alluded to this, and we were talking about the movies, right? Like you can honestly square up with a dude, right? like you can hit and this is the delusion that is going on. Like you think you can sit up and just take this man? You really think that?
They do. They do.
It's
But
just
she gonna get
absolutely
up. She
wild.
gonna get up. I'm thinking this is crazy. Yeah.
Crazy. Let's rewind just a little bit here.
Okay.
You're a coward. I know gangsters. No, listen, I want you to understand something because I told you this before. I know gangsters.
What does that mean?
And I'm looking you in your eye right now. You're not.
I'm not a
a
gangster.
thorough nigga. No,
I'm not a
you're not a gangster. And you're also a coward.
Why are you
and you
upset?
don't
Why
like
are you upset?
women because I don't.
Women.
Because no,
I
you
love
don't.
black women,
And you're
dark-skinned
so
women.
insecure.
I love dark-skinned black women.
You're inadequate.
I love dark-skinned black women.
Extremely
But I don't like
inadequate.
masculine women.
I'm not masculine.
I like
I'm telling you
dark-skinned
the
black
truth.
women.
You're a child.
You're
You're a child.
Okay.
You're a child.
You're allowed to say that.
You're a child.
The point I'm trying to make
You're
is
a child.
there's some men that make $9,000
You're a child.
that want to date this.
I have
Who wants this in their household? Who wants to come home to this?
whatever.
Who wants to come home to this?
Thank you.
All right, wait. Okay, time out.
Who wants to come home to this?
How about we get back? Let's get back on topic. I don't want to take
And it's not
I
just
don't wanna-
black
I
and
don't
we
wanna
I
waste too
think
much.
beautiful women. I think black women are objectively the most beautiful women on the planet.
He's a panderer. He knows.
I think that too, by the way.
Beautiful women. I think black women are objectively the most beautiful women on the planet.
He's a panderer. He knows what to say. He knows when he's doing a white tactic. He's doing a white boy tactic. Let me tell you something how he's doing a white boy tactic. I'm about to get in my politics right now. Let me tell you how he's doing a white boy tactic, right? Because he's telling you he loves all the superficial things about black women, right? But he doesn't understand like when black women. What did Malcolm X say? The black woman is the most disrespected and unprotected woman in this country, right? And when we internalize that and we do that like that and whatever, a real nigga would have compassion about how black women represent.
There's that talk again. We've been talking about that a lot in the manosphere. What's a real man? A real man would do this. A real man would do that.
There we go. She's using all the talking points. Oh my God.
Talking points.
The most disrespected and unprotected woman in this country, right? And when we internalize that and we do that like that and whatever, a real nigga would have compassion about how black women represent themselves in the tight game that they run, right? A fuck nigga from the Caribbeans will ostracize you, will ostracize you and make you feel like, oh, you're angry, you're this, you're that. No, I'm not that. I'm probably telling you something. And before you air this out, you're gonna, because I didn't know that I was gonna be in the presence of someone like this, and that's what I told you. I don't like these fucking type of niggas. I told you that. I told you to behave. I'm going to Grenada. I'm moving. That's what
Grenada. It's called Grenada.
Grenada. She's going to Grenada. Where's Grenada at on the map?
You can't make this up. Lord, oh my God.
Terrible.
Ooh, Lord.
Not these fucking type of niggas. I told you that. I told you to behave. I'm going to Grenada. I'm moving. That's what
Grenada. It's called Grenada.
I'm gonna say Grenada because I don't fucking believe anything you.
That's absolutely fine. But she believes that men of value want this. She believes men of value want this.
Nigga, look. First of all, you smell funny, right? Yes, you do. You smell funny, and the niggas that I fucking fuck with, you can never touch. Even the fucking white boys, you lame ass nigga. Are you fucking serious? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. See, I told you don't bring me around these nut ass niggas. I make too much money. I make $350,000 a year.
Represent yourself like a professional woman. Sit down and have a conversation.
But you keep answering that you gotta.
She called me a child. She's allowed to call me a child. She's allowed to call me a child. She called me a fuck nigga. A child.
All right, listen. Can you?
You're blocking the camera. She's allowed to call me a fuck nigga or a child.
You're talking about a camera.
You're allowed to call me a fuck. Hold on, answer me first. She's allowed to call me a fuck nigga and child, bitch ass nigga. I know gas.
After you was antagonizing her, that's what I'm saying. You've been saying, look, you've been.
You're still beautiful. You being black, you're still beautiful being dark skin and black. I find fuck up. Yeah, shut that fuck. Yeah.
You're so beautiful for being dark skinned and black.
I still like. I'ma still like black women after this.
For fucking 2 fucking weeks.
I'ma still like black women after this. I'ma still like black women after this.
Black American men after this.
Okay.
Black American, the Malcolm X's.
Okay.
Fuck these niggas.
Yeah. There you go, folks. This is what black men have to deal with.
No, you wasn't taking out
like you.
Okay.
You would never fuck me. You would never fuck me.
Why would I never said I wanted to.
You would never fuck me. You would never get a bitch. You would never pull your bitches up. Pull your bitches up. Shut the fuck up, nigga.
This is a moot point.
I think she was from
matter.
I think you said
it don't matter.
You say you're professional women.
Too bad, nigga. I'm 40 years old. I'm using. Where your 401k, nigga? Shut the fuck up.
Where's your 401k?
Where
401k, you YouTubing ass 40-year-old ass nigga.
Hey.
We out, T.
Oh, with an ER.
Yep.
With an ER.
Listen,
That one they bleeped.
You don't
Yep.
you don't do this.
They bleeped the ER, but
Yeah, it
but
had a
the
hard,
but the
yeah, it
GA,
had a hard
but the
ER
GA
on
they
it.
can say.
Yep.
Oh my God. I can't wait till we start bleeping that word.
So you
Ooh.
want this, like, let me see this tape first. Where's that contract? Where's that contract? You don't want to do this. Let me see it first. Wrong bitch. I told you. I told you. See, I told you on the ride up here. These niggas is not ready for me.
And I didn't know because he was looking antagonizing you. I didn't even know how to do.
It's my fault.
Yeah, you're a corny nigga.
I know. I'm responsible for bad behavior.
We just had this whole conversation about how males and females are wired differently.
So why does that allow bad behavior?
It doesn't have to do with allowing.
So because they had a conversation about how males and females are wired differently, it's on him to make sure that he maintains her behavior and her demeanor.
Right. And I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that narrative, as if women are not grown adults. She talking about being ungovernable. How about you govern yourself? Can you govern yourself? That I'm tired of that narrative. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of the grown women are like children and we have to tippy toe around grown women. I'm tired of that. That's inexcusable. And we're mothers. We're role models to our children, and yet we're acting like this. This is unacceptable. And you saw how at the end she was trying to like get out of whatever she signed. She signed a release to have this show be on. She was trying to get out of it. She's like, y'all need to give me my release. Y'all need to give me my thing that I signed, that contract. But clearly he put it out. He put it out because just like the guy on the sofa said, people are going to grind you up. And that's exactly what's happening. She looks ludicrous. She looks like a lowbrow ghetto. Like she literally filled all the stereotypes in this 45 minutes. Like all of them. And then her little girlfriend, she is the other half of the equation, which is, yeah, girl, I don't know why he antagonized you. Did we see that man antagonize her? We sat here with our own eyes and watched her do this. She got wound all the way up by herself. So yeah, I'm so tired. Like I have to call it out. And women, they hate when I do this on my channel, but it's like someone has to. We should be the grown adult women that we are. We need to have a huge dose of humility, and we need to learn how to regulate ourselves emotionally. That's the part I'm just not falling for it. Oh, well, you know how women are. You know they're emotional. Okay, but at some point, you have to learn how to regulate your emotions. But she used all the ad hominem. You smell bad. You're not attractive. You're broke in. That's the debate. There's a bunch of name calling. And then when that didn't work, I had to, cuss you out. I had to call you the N word with a hard ER on the end. Like, what? What? Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. But ladies, if there are ladies in here, I know this is going to hurt. It hurts. It hurts, but you have to hear the truth. It may not be you, but there are other women, a lot of women, okay, that are out here like this. And they're making all of us look bad. They really are. So, yeah, I wanted y'all to see firsthand, like the gentleman said, the two types of women that are predominantly out here.
I know you got to go soon. Is this Jasmine Rose is asking a question, Dr. Anita? I've noticed people use clinical language such as projecting. I'm hoping she has a supportive therapist to guide her through with those words really mean. What those words really means. What are your thoughts on this?
First of all, most people who use clinical language did not get it from a licensed therapist. That don't even get me started on this. They got it from a TikTok video. They did not sit on my couch and hear me use those words. They got it from social media. Most people who are using gaslighting, projecting, narcissism, they got it from social media. Because if they come in my office, they're going to be told to stop saying that. Stop saying that. Tell me what happened and tell me how it impacted you. But what people are doing is instead of really processing through their emotions, they're just throwing out narcissist. Yeah, my last ex was a narcissist. And then when I say, well, what does that mean? Right? I make people do the work. Do the work. Stop throwing that label out there, and you haven't told me anything. I say, well, what does that mean? And 9 times out of 10, they can't even tell you. What does gaslighting mean? They can't even tell you. These are all these words that they're hearing on social media, that they're hearing on these TikTok videos. They have not learned that from a clinical professional whose couch they sat on. Because most of us are going to say, no, that's just a label. Tell me what happened. Tell me how it impacted you. What does that mean? Because that's what they're going to hear me say. What does that mean? Well, no, enlighten me. Like I make people work. Yeah, enlighten me. So I'm sick of that. I'm surprised she didn't throw it out. That was the one thing that she missed, was calling him a narcissist. It was like, oh, there's the one thing, the one stereotype that she missed is calling him a narcissist. So yeah, no, that woman, she has a lot of problems. But the sad part is that stereotypical woman is becoming more and more prevalent. More and more prevalent. It's sad.
We
So
talked about
yeah.
before about crashing out. There was another video I played about crashing out because they're lonely. Because now she's got kids, so she doesn't have that.
But Dr. L, she's what I call feral. She's a feral woman,
Feral, yeah,
right? She's
yeah.
a feral woman. She is not positively owned. She is starved of oxytocin. That's most women today. They're not under any authority. They're definitely not under any male authority. That's what a feral woman is. She's not positively owned. She doesn't have a good father. She doesn't have a good grandfather, a good brother, a good uncle. She doesn't have a good husband. She is just out here in the streets, non-domesticated. And yeah, but if she had a male authority figure, if she had someone that was like, hey, what are you doing? Why are you crashing out like this? Why are you going off like this? Right? Just someone to hold her accountable. But she's, like I said, that's 80% of women. That's 80% of women. They, as she said, she don't want to be governable, but she don't even want to govern herself. So it's sad, but that is the perfect example of what a feral woman looks like. She is.
That is such a good word, feral.
Yeah,
Such
that's
a
what
good word.
women have become now. Yeah, but I have cats, and all of my cats are domesticated. I was sitting on the couch the other day. My cat jumped into my lap, and he allowed me to clip his nails, and he just sat there. He just sat there. My cats are domesticated. They're like, I trust Anita. Anita's not gonna hurt me, right? I'm coming at them with the clippers, and they're just like, yeah, I trust you. You have taken care of me for 17 years. You're not gonna do anything to hurt me. And if I'm being honest, that's what every woman wants. That's what every woman wants. We want to jump into a man's lap and trust them, right? We want to know that they're not going to hurt us. They're not going to do anything to us. And ladies, most men won't. Most men are not bad. They did a study about rape and about, if you could get away with rape, they did this study where they asked like 1,000 men if you could get away with this rape or blah, 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 if no one knew about it. Only 12% of men say that they would do that. So most men, whether they get away with it or not, don't want to rape a woman. So ladies, we got to be better gatekeepers. That's our part. Be better gatekeepers. We also have to learn how to vet good men. There are plenty of good men out here, but you have to take the time to vet them. Okay? And then once you see, oh wow, this is a really good guy, and he's being patient with me, we're getting to know each other, and this is a really decent guy. Okay, then partner with him, come together with him and create a life together, because I'm going to be honest, that's what every woman wants. She wants to be positively owned. She wants to be domesticated. And
Not by that guy, right?
yeah. Oh my God. Whew. I know that's what women want. Like I said, y'all have to understand that people come into my office that is a safe, private space, and you'd be shocked. You'd be shocked at the things that they say. So I know that's what women want. But then they go out and they jump on social media, or they go out and get indoctrinated into this feminist propaganda, and then it's just more of the same. But I know that's what every woman's heart desire is. She wants to be domesticated. She wants to be positively owned. And she wants to trust that this man, like, okay, he's safe, he's secure, we feel close, we feel connected. That's what every woman wants. But again, it's going to take a huge dose of humility to get there. Like, you can't show up as some boss bee, you can't compete with him. And you notice how at the end, I make $350,000. What? What does that have to do with anything? Yeah, see, that is the problem. That is the problem. Until we can lay that down, be better gatekeepers, show up as the girl, and look, show up as a woman. I often tell women this, and they hate it, but it's the truth. How did I get a wealthy husband? Every woman has asked me this. How did you get a wealthy husband? What did you do? I became the woman that he wanted to take care of. Period. Period. That was it. We never had any 50-50 conversations. We never had any, what do you bring to the table conversations. He met a woman that he wanted to take care of and that he knew would take care of him. That's it. But modern day women don't want to do that. Right? I tell that women that all the time. Become the woman that he wants to take care of. That's it. Cook him some meals, rub his back, kiss him on his head, his bald head, or whatever. like, like it's so frustrating to me because it's so easy, and yet, very hard. so, yeah, y'all. I wanted to show y'all that video because that's 80% of women. I'm sorry. And I know a lot of Black women are going to push back. Well, I'm not like that. No, but a lot of women are.
Do Black women have the or should they have the need to speak up more or correct those types of behaviors, whether you're on a bus,
Yeah.
train, at your
Yes,
job?
I want to see us say, you know what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Why are you bucking? Because I do that. If I see females buck other males, I say, hey, you don't want to do this. You don't want to do this. This is not, because let me tell y'all ladies something. These Gen Z men will hit. I got called to school. I got called to my daughter's school, and these Gen Z men will hit. I need y'all to understand that. My own daughter, back in February, got into it with her boyfriend, and he tried to choke her out. They are still going through that court case now. These Gen Z men hit. These Gen Z men, they didn't get that memo about not touching women. So you can go down that road if you want. And as they say, you gonna F around and find out. Nah. So I'm constantly checking younger women, like, hey, you don't want to do this. Don't buck on this guy because he's not Gen X. He's gonna strike you. Like, you're gonna spit on him or slap him or talk crazy to him, and he's gonna strike you. So I do it. I've broken up many a fight going, no, we're not doing this. You gotta don't provoke him because these younger men, they will strike. So that's all.
If they really want this, Gabriel Charles is saying, if they really want this, what is going on? Please tell us. What is so? I would assume that it's men checking out, men not wanting to deal with the behaviors, the entitlement, the rise of the Me Too movement, the feminist movement. I'm a boss. I'm this. I'm that. Men don't want to deal with that, and therefore, it's a crashing out of virility. I don't even know if that's a word.
It is. It
Becoming
is.
more feral because men are saying, "I'm not going to deal with that."
It is. That's exactly what's happening. Because think about that feral cat. It's like living in the street or living in the alley. It's feeding where it can, drinking where it can. It's afraid, right? It's like they're afraid. And you try to get close to it, right? You try to, give it some food, or you try to give it some milk or whatever, and it's just afraid. It's really sad, but I see it in women's eyes every single day. And I just, I try to talk them down. Like, look, there are good men out here, but you've got to give one a chance, right? You've got to give one a chance. You got to let it get close. You got to, make sure he's safe, and give him a chance, right? I always say to women, let men redeem themselves. Like, if you really believe this, give them that chance to redeem themselves. But that means you're going to have to power down. A woman has to power all the way down and just see what happens. Just see, right? Just see what happens. But you can't be so puffed up. So, yeah, you got to power down and then see what the man does. But it's what women want. But they're like feral cats. Like I said, I see it every single day. Every single day. And they're ready to fight you and bite you and all the things. And I'm just like, look, like that's not going to get you what you want. Okay. You got to power down and just, vet him, see what he's talking about, and listen. Don't get so triggered, just listen. That's all. Yeah. Gen Z is built different. Yeah. Cause they, like I said, my daughter's had some incidences at college. Yeah. With Gen Z boys, like beating up girls. So yeah. And then, like I said, her and her boyfriend got into it and he choked her. So I was like, yeah, no, these men are built different. So I tell my daughter, do not buck. Do not buck. Go on about your business. If he gets riled up, or she said he was drinking, I said, okay, well then go on about your business. Go on about your business. So
I'm trying to get through these comments here. Not October. High Vibe said, learn how to cook some oxtails.
Please.
Get in the kitchen.
Please, y'all. Please. There's so many layers to this. But yes, do y'all know how much oxytocin your body creates when you make meals? When you feed people your food, your body floods with oxytocin, right? So not only do I cook and feed people, I grow the food. Like, I go out into my garden, grow the food, I bring it inside, I cook it, and I feed it to people. Like, my oxytocin is off the chart from doing that. And it's weird to me that women won't do the things that will feed their oxytocin. So it's an oxytocin deficiency that a lot of women have, but they won't do the things that will actually increase their oxytocin. So
Do we know this? And I don't know this. Do we know this? Do they get the same oxytocin when they become these boss babes? Do we know?
Oh, no. There is no oxytocin. That's why I said they're starved of oxytocin. There's no touching. There's no giving and serving. See, those things create oxytocin. When they say it's all about me, it's all about what I want, and it's me. I'm thinking of me. That is what lends to the oxytocin deficiency, because oxytocin is by giving and doing and cooking and feeding babies and hugging, and see that all those things make oxytocin. So yeah, it's a whole thing.
Very good. Very good. I appreciate. I'm gonna leave it off with the High Vibes comment here about y'all learn to make some oxtails here. I gotta find that comment again. Yeah, y'all learn to cook some oxtails here.
Please.
I saw Raheem the Rabbit in here. I don't know if he's still here, but shout out to you.
Yeah.
You were going on his show Friday night?
Yep, Friday at 6. So yes, if you are so inclined, Friday at 6 Eastern Standard Time, join me over on Raheem the Rabbit's channel, and I will also stream it on my channel.
Very good. Raheem, I went on his show before. It's in my catalog. Y'all go over here. Watch that before you watch Anita's.
Yeah.
I want to thank Glorious Love for the membership for 3 months, and Free Agent became a membership as well. Appreciate that. And yes, I'm going to leave it off with this. I thank y'all so much for being so talkative and so communicative, and not being feral stray cats in the chat section. I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna leave it off here with High Vibes comment. Y'all go home and learn how to cook some oxtails.
Cook something. I know. Go home and make something.
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all. Take care of yourselves. Much love and peace.
Bye.